switch over to you. Boop. Alright, hello everyone, my name is Mordred Viking and I'd like to welcome you to this session of Digital Dragons where we are playing Icewind Dale. With me this evening we have got Irilyssa.
Hi, I'm Jarard, aka Evil by Moonlight in the chat.
Zagrax.
Hi, I'm Zach, or Warbird in the chat.
Vulwin.
Hi, Ethan Chaos Gemini. I'm playing the Furblood Ranger Vulwin Gargar.
Elora.
Hi, I'm Trips, or Trips Usagi in the chat, and I'm playing Elora.
And Tahko.
Hello, I'm Highwind, and I'm playing Tahko Moodkiller.
And I am Mordred, and I am the Dungeon Master, so I basically decide whether they live or die. So, who wants to give us a rundown of what happened last time?
Does anybody else want to?
Nope.
I will.
Go
You
on.
will?
Oh,
Great. Do
Yeah,
it.
I'll do it.
Do it.
So we basically had to make a decision on whether we were going to go help that guy's husband in Care Coning, I think? One of the
Yeah.
cares. Or if we were going to go to the cabin. So we decided to go to the cabin first. And made our way to Tourmaline. We met Elora's parents at the Singing Fox. We learned about kobolds being in the gem mines. We went into the gem mines. I found a dog with Tourmaline eyes that I totally wrote down on my character sheet.
Good.
We fought some kobolds, and then we also Tahko got attacked by a grell, and I guiding bolted it almost to death.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
and girls are scary, beak tentacle things.
Yep.
They're fancy hats.
No.
Fancy hats.
I mean, Tahko was trying to wear it like a fancy hat, so...
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to wear it. It just wanted me to. Ugh.
Alright, so let's go back into the mine so I can show you where you are. That would be in here.
Yay. Oh, good. The water harp, everyone's
Yeah.
favorite instrument.
Right.
The music instantly changes to spooky.
It
Yep.
really did.
And
As we watched the grill plummet to the abyss.
Oh, do you see the picture on Sirenscape?
I don't want to take a look at it.
Oh, I
Alright,
know.
look at it.
Mm.
Ah!
wait, what's on Sirenscape?
The picture, you know how there's always a background that comes with a song?
Oh, yeah. I can actually show
Yeah.
you the full picture. It's brilliant.
Oh,
Let
no.
me see.
Oh,
It's-
good.
Hmm.
That's not it. That's not it. Ah, I don't know where it would be.
Hidden in the depths, where it should be.
Falling
Yep.
to its death in the depths where it should be.
I hope it's already dead because I don't want it climbing back out.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Yeah. Doesn't it just kind of like float? It doesn't even. It wouldn't even climb.
True. At least it didn't do that thing where as it's falling, like one tendril lashes out and grabs somebody's ankle.
pulls them down with them.
Yeah.
Shh! Don't give
Lord of the Rings right
Mordred
there.
any ideas, please. Thank
Gives me
you.
all of the ideas. So many ideas.
So I
It's
don't
already
say
fell.
anything.
It's already fell, Mord. It's gone.
It's
No
gone.
rewinds.
Can't retcon it.
You can always retcon.
No, you can't. Not this one.
Last week, what actually happened?
We all died. Oh no.
No.
Reroll.
Oh, it's probably under mine.
Before turning them over. Yeah. Which is funny because I think
There
that's
it
where all
is.
of our characters ended up from our last campaign. Is slaving in a mine.
Slavery?
There
Oh
we go.
no, that's a horrible.
I thought you'd
That's
appreciate
exactly
that.
what happened.
Yeah. That's that makes it even more terrifying. Like the size of this creature is way bigger than I expect, when looking
Oh,
at the
yeah.
token. So like, oof.
Yeah, I was thinking actually, like, had it actually caught you in the tunnels, it wouldn't have been able to do the hover off like above you thing. But because he was in the cavern, I was just like, oh, that allows me to fight this in 3D, and suddenly he becomes a heck of a lot more powerful.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, fun
it has
times.
no eyes.
Danger in the third dimension.
Now there was
I like
one
the look
other
on
thing.
the adventurer's face. It's just like, I think there's something behind me.
I don't know if it's scarier or not scarier, the fact that it's just got like a bird beak.
It has no
Scarier.
eyes.
Well, yeah, the
Scarier,
fact
definitely.
Birds are terrifying.
it's like 50% terrifying, 50% like you just stop and stare at it like, what is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were talking to Trex, I believe, who was the kobold, and you were trying to he was trying to persuade you not to kill him, which he seems to have achieved. Then the Grell attacked, and that, I believe, is where we left off.
Yes, I believe the exact last thing is the Grell falling to its doom
Yeah.
after being doomed
Doomed.
with radiant.
Yeah, Elora will have turned to Irilyssa and have like looked extremely desperate and was just like, "Thank you, it was so scary." Definitely killed it.
Well, it's gone now, so...
You're all so strong, like dragons. You fight the beast and win.
Having like barely noticed what happened previously with that critical one, Vulwin's gonna put away the longbow and pick his sword back up and take a step towards this kobold. Like, were you controlling that thing? Did you call that here?
No, I not control. I just know that sometimes other kobolds disappear in the darkness and we don't see them again.
Oh, that's horrible.
I've seen your friends hanging out underneath the tops of these bridges too. So I mean, it could have been yours. This thing.
Not ours. Scary beast. Not kobold. So, you will leave us in peace?
Yeah. Zagrax and maybe it was Irilyssa were doing the negotiating, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you were talking about... I'm trying desperately to remember. I unfortunately didn't note down exactly what you were saying. Were you suggesting...
Were saying
I believe they had surrendered. And,
Well-
we were going to take them back into town.
Well,
Right.
yeah, we were going to take at least one of them to, like, negotiate their workers' rights.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Basically.
Okay, yeah, that was the part I couldn't quite remember, is whether you had offered to take them to town or not. Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's quite as nice as negotiating workers' rights, though. It's more like life or death or slavery is pretty much what it probably boils down to, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah, they actually were talking about working together with them, though. I think they just said they didn't really have a time because they were just running from the cold and like creatures and beasts of all sorts, and just ran into this place and took it over.
Oh yeah, we were going to talk to Elora's boyfriend and see if we could get a deal for the kobolds to work with the miners.
Yes, we could do good mining. Much chipping at stone. Precious stone, look, shinies.
Yes. Well, you'll have to explain why you scared off all of the other miners, so think of that excuse while we go up. Or the reason for that.
Yeah, and maybe you should stop trying to cut these bridges up. That would be pretty bad for all of us.
Just
And for
trying,
you.
Just trying to protect kobolds in caverns, but if we go to town, then No need to cut bridges. Build bridges, not break.
Good idea.
That's really positive. Yep.
Very forward thinking.
All right. Well, if you'll come with us, we'll make sure that you're not harmed. And, we'll see what we can do. Irilyssa is talking to the winged one. I forget his name.
Trex.
Okay. And then Trex turns to the other two, yap something quickly in Draconic, which those of you who speak Draconic just recognize as, come with the big folk, they're going to talk to the town for us.
Okay.
The big folk.
We are kind of big.
You guys are extra big.
I mean, everybody, yeah.
Right.
Is the way we came the only way out of here?
You don't know. There is still the rope across the chasm going to the south.
Oh, yeah.
And
So
you
she
can
was
see...
asking Trex. But
Okay, sorry. Yes.
he doesn't know, that's fine.
Only entrance we have seen is above. You can go
Okay.
down, but it's long. Long way down.
Yeah, that seems counterintuitive. Yeah, we should go back up now.
Yeah, not interested.
Right. Let's go.
Well, I guess you're leading the way, Tahko.
Good. Let's go.
Well,
Tahko, wisdom save, please.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. I'll let Trex go past me as well, so I can, follow up behind them. No running off.
I clicked the button. Now I
Drum roll while we...
it's thinking about it.
Click the button.
The button's
How many do we
taking a
have coming
while.
with us? Sure.
Drum roll whilst we
I'm
wait.
going to click it. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's
What is?
terrible.
What was it?
Oh,
it's
there it
nine.
is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. I'm like, I've got a +5 to this. There's no need to worry.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that in your head. Mm-mm. I've said it out loud too many times, and hey, I'm not actually too bad at this. Oh.
Yeah, you jinx yourself every time.
Yeah, that's why
It's true.
I'm going to try to not say it ever again. I'm going to fail miserably at doing that, but I'm going to try.
Wait. What's on the other side of the rope?
Another platform. You can see like the entrance to two other caverns.
Oh, Tahko was just saying that out loud. Wait, what's on the other side of the rope?
I don't know. Trex, do you know what's on the other side of the rope?
Good question. What's on the other side of the rope? More importantly, what actually is
Do
the
they
rope?
know?
Or cave.
So the rope itself is a bucket shuttle, so it's kind of like the pulley going up and down, but this one's going horizontal rather than up or down. Looks safe and secure from what you can tell. In terms of what's actually across there, Trek says, more gems. Many, many gems. Also, strange skull. We don't like it in there. Scary.
A strange skull.
Strange skull?
Like small skull, big skull, rock skull. What do you mean?
Big skull. Like, and then points kind of at Irilyssa, then a Zagrax, then a Tahko, then a Elora, then a Vulwin.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm not that interested in going over there.
Well, I
There's
can't say I was
something-
either, but
Yeah. Was there something interesting
Skull.
about the skull of it that'd be just being big?
Tahko will go over and get in the bucket pulley.
Okay.
Okay.
This sequence.
The biggest dude in the entire party is like, YOLO.
So this bucket doesn't have a crank inside it. There is a crank on your side of the platform. There's another crank on the other side of the platform. So somebody is going to need to work the crank to move the bucket across.
I volunteer.
I'll move aside.
Can I just grab the rope and pull myself forward?
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, no.
He reaches out and falls through.
Might work.
Wish me luck. Okay.
Do we really have time for this, Tahko?
17. Pretty good.
I'm curious why there'd be a dead body with a bow. It's a skull
So
of our size here.
You grab the rope and give it a sharp yank. Nothing happens. Then you yank it again. You hear a from the crank from behind you, where obviously the cranking stay has just snapped off, and you just then start pulling yourself across without the brakes, pretty much. And you do in time make it across to the other side.
Okay.
I'm going to be, when he gets back into it, I'm going to make sure that he doesn't fall out or anything, or whatnot.
Hey,
I'm going to be on the far side.
In the cavern to the south, a fossilized skull partially juts out of the east wall of this small cave, 5 feet off of the ground. The skull is larger than normal eye sockets, a curious ridge around the eyes, nothing that would pass for a nose, and 4 small holes where you would expect to see teeth.
In which section? Here? Or
Yeah,
over
the southern
here?
one. This will be down there.
The southern one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll head down
And
there.
then the eastern cave seems to be another work face. So you can see like the glittering sparkle of different gems around the faces of the eastern cave.
Hey, keep an eye up for any of those other things. Again, another one. Vulwin's gonna kind of be like raising his like lantern, just kind of like looking up at the tops of the wooden planks, and kind of freaked out by that. This is the last we've seen of poor Tahko. Just pulled away into the dark.
Right.
I say, with as much as like Tahko and I weigh with gear, it's one of those like, I don't know if anything's necessarily going to quickly get away with us.
Okay, so Tahko reaches out for the skull on the wall and puts his hand around it and then just pulls at it, and in his hand the skull just crumbles, and he just kind of left with this horrible kind of ash almost that just trails down to the ground and disappears into nothingness. But in the gap behind the skull, where you would have imagined that the brain was, sits a purple crystal.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull out that crystal.
Okay.
Music was too perfectly timed right there.
And you have now got
A curse.
A curse.
And you are now dead.
So as you put your hand on the crystal and yank,
Congratulations, you won.
Yay!
A curse.
Realize you're sealing up a whole thing of water that just comes flying out and like fire hoses you off the edge.
As long as he doesn't turn into a chicken, I think we'll be fine. For now.
You might be able to like glide down to the bottom and be the chicken. Probably not though.
Probably nah.
Music's spooky.
sorry, there's some reading for him to do.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Secret
That's
side.
good.
In fact, you know what?
conversations.
For the good of chat, seeing as I can't see this, I'm going to drag Tahko over to a different chat and we'll just have a quick word.
Okay.
You are out hunting, your mighty wings beating away at the air, keeping you airborne, while a brisk free breeze buffets at your face. A dark shape catches your attention in the distance. You turn towards it, climbing higher in the sky, trying to get above it. Passing a cloud, it suddenly appears beneath you, a giant, squid-like creature, its tentacles seemingly pulling it along in the sky. You swoop down at it and unleash a long blast from your bitterly cold breath. A purple lance of energy is emitted from its upper shell, impacting into your wing. The pain is incredible, and suddenly you are falling falling. And then you are brought back to reality.
Okay. Mind if I ask a couple quick questions before I go back to everybody?
Yep.
I'm holding a purple gem.
Yep.
And I just had a vision.
Yep.
What the hell?
Yep. You
How
don't.
big is this gem?
Here's the thing: you're not entirely sure that this is a vision. You think that this might be more like a memory.
Okay. Okay.
And did you get the stats for the gem?
No.
Okay, so check your journal. You should now have the Psi Crystal.
Oh. Okay.
So you are now automatically attuned to this, and you absolutely do not want to give it away. Like, if you try to give it away, you can kind of feel something pulling it back to you. While you have it attuned to yourself, you do have telepathy, depending on your intelligence. So work out what intelligence it is. And I'll say for the uses of this, if you're trying to use the telepathy or if you're just talking to other characters, imagine you're talking like Danica. So some of your voice will be out loud and some of it will not be until you can control it a bit better.
Okay.
The other thing I will say is you have now gained the Dragonborn breath attack as if you were a white Dragonborn.
Oh. Okay. What? All right. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a couple of things happened there.
Yeah. When it says light intensity, that's if I used it as like a lantern, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So like if you have it out, then it emits the light, but you can just like tuck it away, something. You can just have it on your person. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to tuck it into an inner pocket on my coat.
Okay. So there you go. Enjoy.
All right. Wonderful.
This
Great.
will definitely not have any repercussions.
No, not at all, I'm sure. This will be fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll move us back into the other chat.
Yay!
All right, I'm back.
That's true.
Not my
Everything's
real
fine.
bad.
Everything's fine.
So what we do
Welcome back.
is we're gonna cut the rope so that Tahko can't come back.
Yeah, we were
My
just
Tahko.
joking. You're gonna walk back. It's like everything's fine, guys. Let's keep going. He's like, we didn't say anything.
All right. So, yeah, Tahko goes into this area without saying a word, since, the rope,
Yeah.
actually before the rope, tears around at something, and then just kind of stands there looking into that little chamber.
Yeah, you are lit. The back of you is lit by like
For like 30 seconds to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Just stand there.
just steady.
Tahko.
Hey,
Tahko.
Tahko. Oh, what's going on? What'd you find? As you're just standing there quietly in like
Tahko.
half-shrouded darkness.
He's normally a man of few words, but this is...
Maybe you can't hear us over the waterfall very well.
Irilyssa will use a thaumaturgy and make her voice very loud and
There
say,
you go.
Tahko!
All right. After a little while, I'll come back out, hop back in the bucket, and make my way across again.
Still saying nothing to us.
You're able to
Well,
make it across
acknowledge.
easily.
Okay. All right.
Did you do like a slow turn and then just walk out like normally? Oh.
Everything's fine. Let's go.
Wasn't worried.
Yeah. What'd you find over there?
Yeah.
You kind of just stood there for like a minute.
Personal.
That's odd that you would find something personal in a mine. Like
Yeah.
this, that you've never been in before.
Yes.
Just look something up.
Okay. All right.
I'll just start squishing past people.
That's not precarious at all. On the bridge.
All right, we'll discuss this later when we don't have to scream over a waterfall. Tahko. Come on,
I'm
Cobalt,
an
let's go.
insight check, Tahko.
Yeah. So is everything actually fine? Everything's telling me it's not.
What? It's not like he got dragged off into a side
How
chat.
did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is fine.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
insight-
leaving. I guess we should
Yeah,
go.
go on. We should go. I'm telling the kobolds to get past us here, so they're in between us. We
Yeah,
can
just
guide them up
imagine
there.
that the kobolds are with you.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, get us out of here.
You there?
Okay.
As he all of a sudden, Zagrax just instantaneously whips around, combat stance, and stares at Trex.
What?
What have you done?
I've done nothing.
There is a horrible smell of decay and an eerie green that I'm getting from your aura. That is not a good thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't smell anything here.
Yeah, then the rest of you smell just like it's a cave. It smells a bit dusty.
Yeah.
Aura?
I am a paladin, one with defined senses, and I can detect good and evil, and you, sir, are emanating quite a bit of evil.
Let me just double check if that's actually true.
Well,
Hey,
not
Zagrex,
good
that's
at the
true.
very least.
We gotta believe Zagrax.
Yeah.
Turns out Zagrax just hates kobolds.
What? No. Never.
I mean, he said it before.
Zagrax's deepest, darkest secret: can't stand kobolds, must kill all of them.
Zagrax was never a paladin to begin with. It's just like
It won't be for long.
Not evil. You don't get any sense of good or evil from this.
Okay.
Oh.
It's just stinky.
Then I shall revoke that last statement of evil, but not good.
I am Trex. What?
Needless to say, I don't trust anything you say. Get
He's gonna just grab him by Zagrex is just gonna grab him by the shoulder and shove him in front of him, and just keeping a like super eye on him whilst walking him out.
Okay. Zagrax, you will notice that the little satchel that he's got at his side, now that you've kind of started picking on him a bit, he's very protective of that, and he'll try to hide, if you're behind him, he'll move it in front of him. If you're in front of him, he'll move it behind him, type thing.
I'm just gonna grab him by his. Is he wearing like leather? I'm just gonna pick him up and spin him whichever way I need to spin him, and grab the pouch that he's hiding.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Zagrax, what are you doing?
This was completely surprising, but makes complete sense.
Yeah, come on, let's not do this. Near this abyss.
You don't have to be so rough.
I'm telling you, there's something not right going on here, and
Yeah, Tahko
I can't
just
just
walked
waste it.
off, spent a minute in a dark cave by himself, and we're just letting it go.
Yeah, he can't even see in the dark either. So I don't know where he's going.
No, not that. It's my press, please. Anything but no. And he tries to grab it back from you.
well, if you want to keep it, tell me what it is.
It is memento of my old mentor. Yes, mentor.
I did not know kobolds had mentors.
Some of us do. We look up to yes, dragons. Please, no hurt me. Just kind dragon.
Zagrex is just gonna turn and look at Irilyssa like, is he serious? I have no idea.
I don't think I actually know anything about kobolds either.
What about dragons?
Insight to find out if he's actually actually looks up to you or not.
Oh, now you want to talk, Tahko.
Did he just call out from like around the corner, like he walked until he couldn't see anymore? And then
What
just
about
stopped?
dragons? You guys are talking about dragons? I want to come back and have a conversation now.
I'll allow it.
Well, yeah,
I would have said that Tahko would have heard that, even though he was leading the group.
Yeah, because this guy is like
He is only
bit
about
away from the
15 feet behind you,
waterfall.
so
I mean, I could have picked him up and kept walking with him anyway. It's not like kobolds are very big.
It's so
Yeah.
true.
We should
Yeah, I
get away
ca-
from the waterfall and the chasm.
Yeah, but I'd like to do
Yeah,
that.
it's probably a good call.
Let's walk to a place that's not the chasm.
so
Yeah,
we'll
can
just
we
say
walk-
that you're going back up the
Good.
caverns.
Oh, okay, great.
Thanks.
In fact, I will move you to.
Arguments on the chasm bridge are a little.
It's a bad idea,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit risky.
Great. Ah, he's getting away. After him.
Get him.
Ah,
Well,
And we'll just say that the other kobolds are with you. I'm not going to bother dragging them.
Okay.
okay.
They're probably like, oh god, why is this? What is going on?
Yeah, now that you've kind of picked up their leader, they've kind of backed off a little bit, almost bumping into, I guess, Irilyssa, who'd be out of the back. As they basically tried to flinch away from Zagrax and his imposing anger.
Dragon mentor, huh?
Yes, he teach many things. Like wings! Wings! And he kind of flails behind him.
Let me remember what I... Was that for that? No. Oh, I got a 6 on perception and trying to figure out if he had wings or not. So...
You notice he does in fact have wings now. Or he did all along, but now that you're having a bit of a closer look, they're clearly not actually wings. They're just pieces of wood and leather made to look like wings.
Yes, I can see that. They are quite unique.
Obviously not real. Try to emulate him.
And what
That's
happened to this
more.
mentor?
He moved on to other places.
what kind of dragon was
Okay.
A big one, scary.
he? What color?
Oh. Green.
Well, there would be your decay, Zagrax.
And with that, I'll just set him down and still keep an eye on him, but I'll put him back down.
Okay.
No, take the stone that's in the bag.
The stone.
Why?
Wait, what?
In his bag.
You don't know what's in the bag. He just kind of.
Yeah, we don't
he's-
know what it is.
He's just.
I know.
Uh, yeah.
That's what Tahko was saying.
Okay. So you're going to try and take the bag from him again?
Well, he's not near me, but
Um,
that's what I'm saying from the front.
Is there a stone in the bag?
No. No stone. Let's double check what's in there.
Tahko, unless you have a good reason to take this thing's belongings.
Moss, lichen, just, pieces of shrubbery, green things. And with that, he kind of pulls out a piece of lichen, indeed, and then a piece of moss, waves them in front of you, and then puts them very carefully back into the statue, and then closes the lid.
There's absolutely nothing else outside of what you just showed us there.
No. Like I said, mementos.
can I
Suspicious.
insight check that?
Absolutely.
How is the
Oh,
moss?
never mind. I lied.
Yeah.
I thought never mind. I am bad at that. I don't want to do that.
Hey, you can still try
You
it.
can still try it.
I'd be
Yeah.
curious if he's telling the truth that what he showed us is the only stuff in there.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
A 5.
Zagrax, you think that he is definitely telling the truth. Vulwin, you think he is probably telling the truth. In fact, I would say, Zagrax, you think probably. Vulwin, you think yes. He is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's keep on moving then. There's Tahko. There's no stone in there. This thing might be nervous, but it doesn't seem like he's lying. Why did you think there was a stone in there?
I was worried.
About what?
It's nothing.
When you're worried, you don't worry over nothing.
Let's go.
That doesn't.
No, I'd
Except
like you
for
to
Sky
explain
Tower.
yourself.
You should tell us later, at least.
Okay.
No, I'd
Later,
like you to
like
explain
later
yourself
today.
now. No, again, I'd like you to explain yourself now.
I had a premonition, a memory, a thought, many thoughts. It's hard to explain. We should go.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna lean forward and I'm gonna touch Zagrax on the shoulder, just kind of get his attention as we're like moving forward. I'm just gonna kind of lean in and quietly just like, keep an eye on that kobold. There's some weirdness going on. I don't know. Started using big words and his accent kind of fluctuated. It's kind of weird. Yeah, maybe there's more to what he was talking about. Something doesn't add up here.
Agreed.
Especially with what's going on with Tahko.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to deal with this before we go to the village. There's something not right afoot.
Okay, and as you continue to walk up the caverns through the mines, you eventually make it back to where the bucket lift is. Which is over there. But I'll just say, for expedience's purposes, you're able to make it through the rest of the cavern back to the entrance without further incident from like the traversal. Except Elora, you do notice kind of in the shadows of one of the side corridors, something just catches your eye.
Oh, joy.
Okay. She'll check it out.
Second,
For everyone.
It seems
Everybody
to be.
in the shine.
It seems to just be a big rock, just a big, remarkably rounded rock, probably about the size of a proper football, not one of the elongated weird things you call a football. Maybe a little smaller than that, but it's pretty chunky. It's pretty sizable.
Hey, the World Championship for football is going on right now. Thank you very much.
wrong one.
Yeah, volleyball.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will never understand why American football is called football.
Oh, is that Super One going on right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll pick it up just to inspect it because it's clearly she's drawn to it.
Okay.
Everybody else has found something special.
It seems to be a big rock, but surprisingly light.
Oh, it's lighter than she thought.
Much lighter. Almost, you imagine, perhaps if it were hollow.
Okay.
Oh, no.
She's gonna take it with her.
Okay.
She's just gonna take it with her for now because everybody's leaving.
Man, Elora is just like, hey, I got a Schwinga friend, and now I've got a creepy stone.
Got a rock.
Like, are you trying to hide? Are you trying to hide the fact you have this big rock? Like, it's like probably about the
No,
size of a
she's
head.
not even hiding it. She's just like, I found a cool rock. She doesn't like say it. She's just walking with it.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of big.
What'd you find there?
It's a cool rock. It's really light.
Daggers will put out a hand to feel how light it is.
Okay, she'll let you hold it for a second.
It's a remarkably light rock. Like, it still has
That it is.
a heft of a rock. but it's a light rock.
Yeah, for the it's like, is it like pumice level light?
Probably
Is it-
not that light.
Oh, but in that same vein.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it looks like it should be like the weight of a marble ball, but it's not.
Bingo.
Yeah. It's cool.
That is interesting.
You think
And a
I should
handbag.
do you think I should try to break it? I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I want to break it.
I would say if you want to break it.
Elora, make an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. With advantage? Cool.
If you want to break it, we've got quite a few people who are quite adept at breaking things.
It's a great.
It's a frickin' rock.
a very nice rock that she just really likes.
You're gonna,
So,
careful, you're gonna let out all the baby growl.
yeah. So you found a rock. You found a rock.
No!
So you found a rock and you want to destroy it?
I don't know. I'm gonna carry it around.
Oh, okay.
She's just... I just really like it.
So much so
Well-
that you just wanted to throw it on the ground. Oh, I get you.
Well, if it's so light, there could be something... Well, like, you know how agates are? Maybe you don't. They're really pretty on the
Like
inside.
geodes.
Like geodes, yeah. When you crack them open, they look all shiny and pretty.
And as Irilyssa says, like a geode, you're like, hang on. Geodes are what we mine here. This could actually be a
Yeah.
geode.
True. This could be a geode. Maybe I should crack it open.
I don't know. Rocks are rocks.
Mm. Does anybody have a tool to do that? Because I don't.
There
And
were,
Zagrax just kind of like,
I can
Axe.
bonk it with my mace.
you also remember that there were pickaxes and various tools at the entrance.
Oh, that's true. She'll just wait then.
I mean,
I feel
Elora
like if you
doesn't
would've
remember
had-
that. The rest of you remember that.
Oh, I don't remember
I
that.
feel like it would have been like Elora asked that, and kind of like everybody in the party, maybe not Vulwin, everybody in the party is kind of like gestures with their main weapons, like this can break a rock.
Yeah, let's just
Well-
think on it.
I want to break the rock, though.
That's fair.
And
Well,
in
Yeah,
good time,
pick
you
up
find
the-
yourself in the entrance hall with a
Okay.
variety of tools to hand.
okay. Then, yeah, if there's a pickaxe there, she'll try to use it to break it open.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, boy. Normal.
You got this.
We all gather around to start talking, and
38.
Ah!
Okay.
yeah, it's like we're all sitting around, like trying to resolve what was going on back in there, and you just walk over, and you start. Yeah!
Vulwin, give me a dex save.
Oh no!
Oh no.
All right,
That's
dex
just a
save.
straight 3.
Let's see. Got a 17.
So, as Elora puts the rock on the floor, hefts the pickaxe, like feeling its weight, and then swings way overhead, cracks the pickaxe down, and just hits the very side of the rock, sending it pinging off into the distance, and you just kind of duck at the last second as this head-sized rock impacts the wall behind you, where your head had moments ago had been.
Did you have to do that here?
Sorry.
What are
She's
you
like,
doing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get it open.
No, you're trying to get my head open. So maybe you do that around a corner, where it's not going to happen to anybody else or me.
Okay, sorry. She's like runs over and grabs the rock.
That was quite impressive, actually.
No, not really. No.
Like some crazy gravity going on here.
I don't know how she managed to even do that. She like chipped the side of it.
I'm just really good.
I'm just really good.
Yes.
Elora, if you need help aiming, what you can do is you can pretend it's somebody's wife running away from.
You just start rolling it away like yes.
She just gives you a really weird look. Like, what do you mean? Well, I don't know. Maybe I should do it outside.
Yeah, just away from everyone.
Okay. She'll move far away from everybody.
Okay, moving
Would you
further
like
away
a
from
hand
everybody.
with that?
Get another strength check.
I'll take out my shield.
Yes.
I'm
Don't
also
go
going
too
to take
far.
out my
Same,
shield.
actually.
Yes! Oh, boy! Oh my god.
So this time, again, you take a really big swing, and you just hit next to the geode, missing it
Okay.
completely.
It's like,
You
maybe
just
I'm
hear-
not supposed to do this.
You just hear slow clapping from Zagrax, like impressive work there.
Do you think I should just carry it around then? It's not. I don't know.
Here, give me that.
Yeah, you got this.
Zagrax is gonna
whatever.
walk up and grab the pickaxe out of her hands and just be like square up and swing at it.
Okay, fine. If you just grab it from her, she won't stop you.
Yeah.
Roll strength.
She'll just be like, she'll just have like a sad face.
Okay, so kind of holding it with one foot as you like measure the distance, make sure that you're at the right distance. You kind of check your swing, then over the head, whack, straight in the middle, and you manage to crack this thing in half, and it just falls apart, half and half. And inside looks to be, it is in fact a geode. The inside is like lined with quartz crystals, like little quartz crystals, but then also on kind of the underside of it, there is one of the largest that you've seen, Elora, Tourmaline Gems.
Okay. You mean like the blue tourmaline?
I'm actually going to say that this is multicolor. It's more like a watermelon, so it's like reddish on one side and then greenish on the other.
Nice.
Okay then. Okay.
I want
She's
one.
like, there we go. See, there was something inside. See, Zagrax, and she'll pull it out, and be like, look how cool this thing is.
Did not expect that.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Do you want the rest of the rock?
or-
It's pretty cool. The geode.
If you're offering it, he'll take like half of it.
The geode? Like
Yeah.
the quartz parts? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, and then with that, you exit the mine and you are once again in the darkness of the surface, which isn't that much lighter than where you just were.
Yay.
That's a good question. What kind of time are we on? I did estimate, yes, when I was writing my notes, that you'd been in there a while.
I'm on Eastern Standard.
Well, now that we're up here, though, let's clear the air. All three of you are weird.
No, look. Well, when I found this cool stone, she'll show it to you.
Yeah, that's nice.
And Zagrax got the rest of it, the quartz inside.
And yeah, Zagrax, you estimate you could probably get about 5 gold pieces for each half.
Hey.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
pretty
you
nice
already said
geode.
your. Yeah, you already sent your piece my way. I declined. But
Sorry.
yeah, Tahko, what's going on? If everything's fine before we were down there, why'd you say everything was fine? I find that kind of weird, and you're weird. I don't know what. You're odd. He's kind of like looking over at Trex.
I'll look at Vulwin. I had some kind of vision, some kind of I don't really know what to call it.
A premonition.
You're right. But for everybody else, I'm talking and then I'm only saying about every about third word or so I'm skipping.
Oh no.
Wait. So everybody else other than Vulwin?
Yes, Vulwin's hearing the full sentence even though my mouth isn't moving for part of it.
Well, it is moving, but you're not vocalizing those parts.
Okay.
Okay.
Disease.
Yeah. That's intriguing. What'd you see?
It's private. It has to do with my goddess and myself.
Oh, well. Is it a good thing? You said everything was fine. People normally say that before they go and do something stupid.
It's fine.
You're not making me feel better, Tahko.
I know.
Okay, just don't do anything stupid.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if Zagrax even noticed that the other lady was not speaking full sentences.
She wasn't.
Well, I know, but I think he was just too busy pulling the cart to even notice that she was not talking in full sentences.
I mean, I noticed.
Well, yeah. So
Is it
anyways.
just me, or is he missing words?
Yeah.
Yeah,
are you speaking
there's a
of
bunch
that?
he's not telling us. A bunch that he just can't share, I guess.
Literal
Oh, yeah.
words.
What?
Vulwin.
No, like actual words.
Yeah, but like I said, he didn't tell us anything about what he saw.
No, Vulwin, he sounds like Danica to me. You know how
okay?
Danica was just like trailing off and stopped talking and then would come back and she was in the middle of the sentence?
Yeah. What
yeah,
about
that's
it?
what it sounds like to me.
Are you guys saying that near me?
Yeah,
We're all
Yeah.
just
oh
there.
yeah, we're all on a circle.
yeah, you can hear
Did that rock hit you, Elora? I
No.
No,
think
because
he's,
it sounds
think
like
he's
that
talking
to me
just
too.
really.
Yes.
The real question
isn't
is,
that-
are we all hearing different words? Or is it the
Oh,
same word
I
that
don't know
cuts
if we
out
can
for all
actually
of us?
determine that.
yeah. Vulwin's
I
gonna
just
like
had a thought.
Vulwin's gonna like furl his brow a little bit, be like, "This isn't like the Storfblatt, is it? You're not
What are you talking
No.
about?
you're not messing around, right?"
No, the Snorfblood is an actual thing.
No.
No, it's not. It's
So
not
I
like
mean-
the Smurfblatt thing.
Yes, but unlike with Danica, I can't hear the words that Tahko is missing.
Well, what did
But
you
it
hear him
seems
say?
you can.
Yeah, what'd you hear him say?
About every other word.
Yeah.
As you're talking about this, Tahko starts mumbling something, and it sounds a bit like Kromano, Sa, Romanegara, Madara, Ha. It's,
Can all of us hear that?
yep, it's very similar to what Danica had been saying as well when she was
Taco.
Oh god.
Tahko, did you already do something stupid, Tahko?
I don't know. It's in my mind.
What did you actually find down there?
It's in my mind.
Okay. Huh.
Oh no.
I guess okay. So Vulwin's gonna use the Furbolg magic that he has to cast detect magic. To see if there's just anything weird going on. Like from his perspective, it's like a little bit of like a second sense thing. But there's some weird stuff going on right now with like all three of these people.
Wait, who's the other weird one? Me?
No, Trex, Tahko, and Elora, they're all acting weird.
Oh. I mean, yeah, Trex has been weird the whole time, and obviously Tahko. Okay. And this is where the party implodes. Nah.
So you're not gonna tell us anything else then?
I can't.
Well, can
You
you
can't or you
show us
won't.
what you found at least?
I'm not sure. And no.
It's not very large, but Whatever it is, it's pretty powerful.
This is weird.
A little concerned.
Me too.
Because you tried to hide it from us, it seems like.
What
Hide what?
caused?
There.
Whatever
yeah,
you
that
found
pocket.
in that cavern that caused you to just stand there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vulwin kind of like, lazily like points up like whatever you got in that pocket there. Small enough to fit in a pocket. It's shining right through the damn thing.
Yes, the kobolds already told us there was a strange skull in there, and now you're telling us that you didn't find anything.
No, I didn't say that. I said I had a memory from a different life. A personal one.
A different life?
Yes.
What? Were you not always a Goliath?
I have been a Goliath as long as I've been alive.
Okay. So no. So by life you mean like the literal life and not like my previous life I was working as in a coal mine.
I don't know how much I can share without angering my goddess.
I see.
You said before that your goddess doesn't care.
Not of the thing that was happening at the time.
Hmm.
She does care about secrets.
All right. Well, we'll just consider that you're keeping one from us too.
Just consider it a private matter.
Well, as long as you're not getting us involved in something
Okay.
more.
I don't believe this will endanger anyone.
Except we won't be able to always hear you.
I think I may master that with time.
Can we actually hear him? Can all of us hear him say that?
No. So when he's talking to a person, like answering a question, probably 4 out of 5 words will come out normally, and then that 5th word is lost, and only the person he is directly speaking to can hear it in their head.
Weird.
Fun. You have to pick it up with context clues.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now. It's got that Danica syndrome.
Danica syndrome. That's the official word.
Not a case of the Danicas.
Okay. I hope that's true. If it's not going to hurt us.
Zagrex is just sitting there, like, confused out of his mind because he wasn't ever directly talked to by Tahko, so he's just missing words, and everybody's just like, "Oh yeah, no, okay," and getting questions answered, just like, "What? What? Who the what?" Absolutely bonkers, confused.
I'll look right at Irilyssa for this one and say, I don't wish to erode our trust.
Roll wisdom or intelligence, Tahko, your choice.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, 3 out of the 5 words come out vocalized, 2 of them not.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
I don't wish to trust.
I don't wish to blank our blank.
Irilyssa just doesn't say anything and just makes a motion to continue on back to where we're going.
Yeah, should we handle this kobold thing? Trex is just like sitting here patiently.
Yeah. Which is weird. This is the quietest he's ever been.
If he's still here, it hasn't ran off.
Oh, we're keeping an eye on him. We got him like sandwiched between
Yeah.
our group.
Right.
Several feet taller than him.
All right, off we go.
Okay.
So you guys,
I'm glad we resolved that.
Yeah. Well,
Resolved what?
yeah. Keep that beacon somewhere safe. Then you stand it out a hell of a lot.
and like as Vulwin is saying this, the rest of you, it's Tahko. There is nothing untoward.
I know I
Well-
said some weird stuff before about auras and things, but now you're saying it, Vulwin.
To
Yeah.
Vulwin, I don't know
Vulwin.
what you're talking about.
That thing, your pocket, bright thing, really bright, like really, really
I'm
bright.
gonna insight check Tahko.
Go for it.
I don't wish to blank or blank. Oh no.
Right?
Oh!
All right, Tahko.
23.
Whisper what you think that Irilyssa would have found out from that insight check, considering it's a bloody good one.
Okay.
Vulwin, I don't
Oh,
see a
jeez.
light coming from Tahko. What do you mean light?
Perhaps it's only something that Vulwin can see.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. From time to time, certain things are bright.
I have that too.
Think of it like a, I don't know, second sense or something.
You have one of those too?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I kind of wish I did right now. It's pretty blinding.
Oh no.
In Dwarvish, Irilyssa is going to say to Vulwin, whatever he has in his pocket, he wishes to keep to himself. Let's leave it at that.
Vulwin looks over and he nods.
Back to confusion.
Let's get this little guy to the village and get things sorted out. I don't want to stay here much longer. This place is weird.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
And the kobold's just kind of standing there, just like looking between you all, just like,
These guys are weird.
Like, these people are weird.
Hooray! All right, and we'll head back into town and yay, become level 3. I hope.
okay, so yes, you make it back to town. You go back to the Smiling Fox, I imagine, seeing as that's kind of your home base here. And you are met by Elora's parents, who greet you warmly and sit you down, promise to get you some lunch going, seeing as it's now about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, midday. And
The kobold.
moments later, Horus, the speaker, comes in, opening the door as usual and then kind of shaking off some of the snow which is congealed on his, collected on his cloak. And then he walks in and is like, "So, how was the mine?"
There were kobolds. Points at kobold.
"Yeah, I can see there are kobolds."
But
And you did, like, collect 2 or 3 militiamen as you were walking through town. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of noticed and started following.
yeah.
Would have nodded at them and been like, "Hey, look, kobolds."
Yeah, I like to think that I would have like at one point been like, "They're awfully bold now."
Can we maybe change the music to something less like?
No,
Yeah.
Can we go to like tavern now,
Why?
please?
Yeah, give us a shot of the town so we can feel all
creepy
warm
music
and nice.
forever.
It was so appropriate, though.
It is.
Yeah, it's. Oh.
They would,
That's possibly one of my favourite moments of this campaign so far.
Oh no.
um,
Oh no no no.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Oh man.
I don't think they mean any harm. I think well, according to Trex, this is Trex, they ran into the mines trying to get away from the dangers. But I don't know exactly what happens. It seems that all the miners were scared away by them.
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
exactly sure.
we often have creatures coming into the mine, and they're miners, they're not fighters, they leave.
Yes, but Trex said that he would like that the kobolds could work with the miners to mine
And with that,
for gems.
Ursus kind of looks over at the kobold, and Trex reaches into a pocket and pulls out a tourmaline, like, shinies! And kind of offers it to Ursus, who takes it curiously and looks back at the kobolds like, you have actually cut this as well. That is... And holds it up against one of the flames. You can kind of see the nice colours of the gem shining through. Okay. I guess. So, they now live in the town. What exactly are we supposed to do with them?
Well, you guys said you would be willing to work in the mines, right? They could get into the small spots that the bigger people like me and you can't get to.
That is a good point. There are many small places. I struggle sometimes. He kind of shifts his giant shoulders.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
He's probably about your size. He's a half orc.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know about living arrangements. I don't.
Well, if they work in the mine, they work for the city. We can take care of our own as long as they do not try to stab us in the back. And he kind of again like frowns at the kobold and glances back at you. But they did not kill anyone. They just scare them away. I will give him a chance.
Okay, great. Because they do just seem to be scared and trying to stay out of the cold, so
And
they're
again, he
much
kind
like
of
all of us here.
looks back at the kobolds, and they kind of like huddle deeper into the many furs and things that they've been carrying to kind of make the point like, yeah, it's freaking freezing out there.
Sounds like Michigan right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it stopped snowing for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be getting a full week of snow here, actually, which is pretty rare.
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
But
We're
I assume since he said it was okay, I'll go and actually turn to the kobolds and tell them in Draconic, reiterate all that in Draconic, because I know Trex is, I assume, the only one who can speak Common.
Yes.
And I'm going to put an emphasis on no backstabbing, no any of that, right? There's quite a few, guys here who are a lot bigger than you and that would not have a problem with disposing of you if you irritate them.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
We've all wanted to stab our employers at times, but it's very frowned on.
Wow, our rolls are great.
You get a +5 to that. That's amazing.
I didn't even say anything either.
Good thing you got advantage.
You were literally just
Wouldn't have that
reiterating.
What do you do? Like walk
Oh,
over and
God,
then
and
slip on some like water, and you just
Fuck.
You just forget how to say words in Draconic, so you're just like stumbling over your words.
So here's what happens with that. So Zagrax, the two kobolds, initially pull away from you a little bit, and then kind of don't, and they kind of cock their heads a little bit, like listening to what you're saying, and they don't seem that pacified by it. But then Trex turns around and adds his own bit, saying, these big folk really will crush you, and don't forget, they can pick you up and throw you into the big pit. And that actually seems to scare them more. So between the two of you, you are able to instill some discipline, shall we say.
Okay.
I was thinking stab in the back might be a euphemism for something else that they interpreted.
I mean,
Oh, no.
I mean, to be fair, we did kind of walk past two of their buddies that we just kind of like yeeted into the corners after we necked them.
Hey, they threw javelins at us first.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm just saying we totally walked past two of their comrades that were no longer living.
Yeah.
At least they didn't see the third one at the bottom of the abyss.
Also,
True.
Horace, there was a really frightening creature living in the mines. Everyone should be really careful when going back. It had like tentacles and it was floating and it tried to grab us. But we defeated it.
I am pleased to hear this. I was about to say I will go and check the mine to make sure it really is clear. So,
I hope that there is not another one, but
strange tentacle creatures from the ceiling. He kind of looks up at the ceiling. Like,
Yeah, you might want a buddy system.
yeah, definitely don't go alone.
not sure I have a choice. But I have promised you payment. I will pay you in the morning once I have checked the mine for myself.
Okay.
Thank you.
Should I bring it here, or will you come find me?
You'll be here tomorrow anyway, won't you?
Yes. I like this place.
Just bring it here.
Okay. And then
Sounds
with that, he kind of tightens the cloak around his shoulders. Well, I'll be back. And he leaves.
It's hard governing all of California on myself.
You seemed a lot more professional today.
I couldn't remember what accent I did last
Yeah.
time. I was like, this just suits him.
Before he was just hanging out with us. Now he's like, all right, professional time.
I was gonna
More
say there's-
Austrian now.
When he was
Yeah.
there's definitely a point where Zagrax was probably like doing the whole chest puffing thing, like who's bigger, because he's like the same size and not.
I'm going to say probably him, because you said you're a little smaller for a Dragonborn.
Yeah, 6'9", 250-ish. Yeah,
I would say, like, chest-wise, he's probably bigger.
yeah.
You reckon he can probably bench a bit more than you can?
That's fine. It's not a competition or anything. Because we all know Tahko would win anyway.
That's true. Tahko still, like, towers over this guy.
Yep. When in doubt, have your friend do it.
All you gotta do is suplex Tahko, and he was right out.
Yeah, just have to drop him on his neck.
To be fair, the guy who did that was also a giant, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
warrior giant. Yeah.
An angry warrior giant.
That I made angry.
something
Yeah.
blood feud. You know.
Blood feud, something, don't kill each other in town, please, something, suplex, neck break.
So I guess that's everything then. It was easier than expected. A little weirder than expected, though.
Yeah. Whatever that creature was, if I never see one again, it'll be too soon.
I agree.
So we're spending the night?
Well, if we want to get paid, yeah.
Good. I like your tavern, your family's tavern.
Yes, it's warm.
Yeah, I could actually get some good sleep here.
Agreed. We could also probably spend the afternoon trying to get some more information on the best path to get up to that cabin if we were still trying to go that way.
Yes.
Best path is through the snow.
True. That is the truth for anywhere around here nowadays.
bring up the map again so you can see exactly what's involved.
Yep. Green route seems better, safer.
Is
Probably
it? I
faster.
don't know.
I mean, if you're along the side of the forest, it's easier to travel outside the forest. We'd have a heck of a time in there.
Okay.
You seem rather afraid of this forest, Vulwin. Right?
It's one of the few places that anything that isn't in the tundra could hide. A lot of weird things. A lot of dangerous things. Not weird. Dangerous.
Worse than the thing in that cavern.
I don't know what that was.
Do any of us know what that was?
Hey, I say I hardly got to look at that thing. Like,
I don't think you know what it is. No, you just know that it was a scary tentacle beak thing.
Yeah. We just
Yeah.
know it was scary.
more for anything I would know. Is there anything particularly dangerous and pressing that I could be like, yeah, you don't want to run into XYZ in the Lonelywood?
Yetis would be the main thing.
Oh, yeah. Could run into things like Yetis. It's dangerous.
Beware the butt fur. You don't want to run across the butt fur.
Like, is that a tree?
No, the butt fur.
Yeah, but
What's that?
FIRR, like... Okay. Well.
Okay.
Really?
So you guys are
Yeah,
here
no
for
one's
the.
gonna say it for you, Jivo.
So you're here for
Yeah,
the rest of the afternoon. Is there anything particular you want to do during that time, or are you just going to spend the time having a bit of rest and relaxation before taking off?
Overall, Elora is going to go through her room and find like an old strap, like an old leather strap or chain, to fashion her watermelon tourmaline into like a necklace-like thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess I'll go and find a place to drop off that geode.
Okay. Roll me charisma, persuasion.
Okay. Let me get back to character. I was trying to level up, but the thing I have is not.
And yeah, that's the other thing. Like, you are now in peaceful, calm place. You're able to level up to level 3. So congratulations. Most stone got.
Did you said charisma, right?
And
Or persuasion,
actually,
rather.
Oh,
I found
persuasion.
that I still have some stuff I needed to sell from before, so I'll go with Zagrax to sell my this heavy crossbow and bolts and some daggers.
Okay, you're able to sell stuff for, I'm going to say, like 10% below market retail
Okay.
price.
Yay! Random 9 gold. And no more geode.
And you do notice, as you're like walking about town, that news that you've cleared out the mine has spread pretty quickly. People seem to have a bit of an extra jaunt in their step, even though they haven't had like the all clear yet. You guys are definitely like, you get a couple of respectful nods when you're out and about in the streets. If you're in the tavern, then people walk up and offer to buy you a drink, that type of thing. And you also notice that the guards which were out and about in the town, kind of giving you a bit of a cold shoulder previously, now also kind of give you a respectful nod before kind of glancing around, then continuing on their beat.
Oh, good.
When I see him, they'll nod, and I'll just kind of give the eyebrow of like, "You could have done that."
They just walk on.
Just keep smiling. Just turn away and keep walking.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Cool.
Whoa, these new guards, they're great.
Trying to remember exactly what Orus said last time, but you do know that there was a bit of a political fallout with the guards, and they weren't particularly supporting him. You feel like you might be making a bit of a change in the town's feeling towards him, because he is the one that hired you to do this as well.
Okay.
Anyway, this is probably a decent spot for a break as well, so I know that you guys need to do some leveling up, so let's make this a 9-minute break, so we'll start again at past, so you can get the leveling up stuff done on the side without interruptions. Chat will be back in 9 minutes, so 1:30 we will continue GMT.
I shall roll 8 for my health. I roll. Okay.
And we're back.
Nice.
Flip over
They
to...
could be here with us for our
All right.
slightly post-character level up.
So yeah, they're all finishing right now, so if you want to say anything about your level up process, you can. If you want to keep it secret, you can do that too. How did you do for hit point rolls? I guess that's probably the main thing that people would be interested in.
Oh, I rolled a 3. But you do take half plus here.
Yeah, so we have a homebrew rule, which is basically if you roll less than half, then you get half plus 1. So it's basically the half as written in the player's handbook. You get that as a minimum. Because I hate games where the fighter has less hit points than the wizard. It just does not make sense, and it makes playing as that fighter kind of sucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done something similar.
like rolling a 1 is just the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you expect it to be like, oh, I might double my HP, it's like, ha, no.
Yeah.
Back in the 3-5 days, a wizard only got a D4 when rolling for hit points.
Oh, a D4, you say?
Yep.
That's mighty generous.
Also, let's see. Trips, thank you very much for the 5-month primary subscription. Hooray, Digital Dragons. Black Wolf, thank you very much for the 8-month resubscription as well. Very much appreciate that. Huzzah, Dragons. And then Job and Dr. Ongo TV, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah. I rolled max on my hit point roll. So
Nice. What's
I got
max
an
for you?
8 plus, at 8.
Irilyssa has been rolling well. This game.
So I am sitting at 24 hit points right now.
Nice.
Don't say anything about rolling well.
Maybe it'll give.
That only affects you.
Well, yeah, but at least I'm not as bad as Sky. That was impressive levels of impressiveness.
Roland rolled a...
I don't know what you're talking about. Sky didn't happen.
Sky was a dream.
Sky, that was a dream. Yep.
No, I've noticed every time I say that I don't have a bad modifier on it, it's because it's the first time that I'm actually rolling it. And so every time it's the first time I'm using it, it's just shit.
Great.
Hey, I've got a quick question. With Create or Destroy Water, I can do that within 30 feet. If I drench somebody with 30 gallons of water, and they're out in the cold, does that, like, cause them to freeze to death very quickly?
Well, that water disappears after, like, a certain amount of time, right?
It would
Not
certainly cause them some discomfort. I don't know that it would necessarily, like, freeze solid type thing, but yeah, we'd probably use, like, the frigid water rules. Sure.
Oh, fun. Okay, I can weaponize Create Water. That sounds good to me.
And that right there is the soul of D&D.
Yes.
I can weaponize Create Water.
Yep.
Dear God, we're here.
My favorite would be
Except
knowing
you
that...
have to do that in an open container, Jimbo. You can't just make it out of thin air. That's part of the spell.
Yeah, just pour it into a cup and then throw the cup at them. There you
In
go.
an open container. All right, I choose the Valley.
Or you carry a bucket around with you, and you get really good at tomahawking the bucket, so it's upside down above their head when you go and you cast it.
Because it's empty, you can throw it further and then suddenly splash.
Yeah. Or you just summon it when it gets close, and then it just spews water out of it for a little bit, and you just soak the entire area.
Perfect.
All right, so some of you were going to spend some time talking to locals and like finding out if there was an easy way of going north. Most of them suggest like following the path of the lake as the safer route, because you're not going out onto the tundra, and also you can like follow the lie of the land. There's no chance getting lost in like a blizzard or a heavy snowfall or anything like that. They almost unanimously say stay out the wood, because there are other things hunting in the woods at the moment, and I seem to remember that I gave you a little bit of information previously where like all kinds of animals seem to be getting more aggressive. Like one of the hunters had a story about like one of the moose like spearing one of his friends. Another one said that he could have sworn that he killed the squirrel, and yet that evening the squirrel came back and like started scratching at him. Stuff like that. There are some weird stories about Lonely Wood right now.
Not a demon squirrel, anything but that.
Yeah, that's kind of spooky too. That's the first
Dookie dookie.
Vulwin's heard about that.
Yeah, that's definitely not familiar. That is not normal.
No, that's definitely not normal. So even more reason that he would have been like, we just should avoid these lonely woods. Like, just go around them if we have to. You know, we can go into the tree line, but it sounds bad.
All right, so we'll say that night passes uneventfully. All of you wake up with a renewed spirit of adventure within yourselves and feeling a little bit more powerful and stuff. I did message a couple of you with certain messages about stuff that would have happened that evening, so bear those in mind. It is now, we'll say, 9 a.m. the next morning, and you're all good to go. Let me just go and make a note of the time.
Anyone that looks at Elora and actually like looks at her will see that she's actually wearing what appears to be the talisman around her neck, like she made it into a necklace. But it's actually in the shape of like a several pointed star, like not just the regular 5 points. There's like little points that go out in between the thing, the little angles. I'll get a picture.
Yeah.
Made out of the tourmaline?
Yeah, out of the watermelon tourmaline.
Okay. Huh.
So it has kind of a reddish colour in the centre, and then the spokes fanning out are kind of green.
Yeah, yeah.
I want a watermelon Jolly Rancher so bad right now.
Oh yes, we also have a dog.
Yeah, we have a dog that her parents were taking care of.
I forgot about the dog.
You forgot about Boy?
I'm so sad.
So as you come downstairs for breakfast the next morning, you do find that the tavern is busier than it has been for a while. There are several gruffer-looking men and women in the tavern, kind of standing around, not like actually ordering drinks or anything like that. And you do notice that they have all like an assortment of mining kit with them. So you see a couple of pickaxes, you see some shovels, and it's clear that they're waiting for Orus to return and give the all clear, or the not.
Wait, he hasn't come back yet from checking the mine from yesterday?
Nope.
Oh.
But as you're thinking that, the door swings open with a gust of this bitterly, piercingly cold Tourmaline air, and Orus appears. So, the mine is clear. I've had
That's
it.
good. I'm glad that you're here.
And with that, he kind of
like
just
nudges Elora forward.
I thought he was gonna die. You saw that thing.
And as he kind of enters, he says hello to a couple of the mining groups, and they pat him on the back, smiles all around, hoisting tools on their shoulders as they make their way out and go towards where the gem mine was. And eventually he makes it to where you guys are like just finishing your breakfast type thing. Yeah, so mine is clear. Miners are back to work. Thank you, as promised. And he pulls out a rather heavy looking coin bag and plonks it into the middle of the table for you. Clink.
Perfect, 50 gold's an easy 10 to everybody. Huzzah!
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the work you have done for Tourmaline. It is good to know that we have such people still in the 10 towns that can be called upon when needed.
Yeah, there's a lot called upon us.
So where do you intend to go now? You are, of course, welcome to stay here.
I think we're headed north. Around the Lonely Wood.
Going into the Lonely Wood? I would
No,
not do
around the Lonely Wood.
that. Around.
More precisely, just going past the Lonely Wood.
Yes.
Why? What is up there? It's just cold.
We've been asked
Oh.
to check on a man in a cabin. Bring him some supplies.
Okay.
He's really hungry.
Yeah, if you're alone in the woods, or north of the woods, it's not in the woods, I'm guessing. Yeah, you would get hungry. It's quite cold. Lots of snow.
Sadly, that describes more and more of Icewind as the days go on.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Makes towns like Tourmaline all the more important. Keeps that sense of community. We need to work together against this.
Yes.
I agree.
Well, if there is anything I can do to help, then please do let me know.
Okay.
That's true.
Appreciate it.
Yes, appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. He kind of looks around at you for a moment. It's like, well, I should get back to work.
Sounds good.
And with that,
Alright.
he heads out again.
So, does this make us like a group then?
I think we're
Yeah,
being
let's all see.
associated as such, or remembered as such. So yeah.
We should probably come up with a name then, so it's easier than just hey, it's those guys, the two dragons and the big guy and the other big guy and the small elf girl.
Well, if you ask me, I think it should just be Elora's crew.
Yeah, let's do that.
I have a feeling that when that was said and Elora says that, everybody just, all the big ones just kind of like turn and stare at her like,
It's like,
huh?
I was joking.
And your
I don't
dad
know.
comes up and like puts a hand on your shoulder, like giving you a big wide smile.
Hee.
We'll take that name under consideration.
There's sometimes there's a benefit not having a name.
Yes, but only if you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Elora and the
now
no
you're doing
names
something
then.
wrong or right. You know.
Or in the no names.
I mean, if you don't want to have a name, Elora and crew or Elora and co. Keeping yourselves nameless and all the praise goes to her.
What? No. She's like, no, they deserve praise too.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great work on the mine, by the way. I know Oris already said that we're all grateful, but you saw the spirit of the people as they were in here earlier. That's gonna shine real bright in the night and in the day, because it gets kind of dark then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Hope does amazing things.
Yes.
It does. Well, we have plenty of time to come up with a name.
As you say that, boy
Dad,
like jumps up like, "Ruff!" And then he kind of grabs Elora your trousers and kind of starts pulling at your leg towards the door.
It's like, oh
Timmy's in the well again.
no! He's in the well.
What are you doing? What are you doing, boy?
Like, he wants to get going, I think.
I think he has to go out.
Oh, okay, I'll take him out.
You take him out and he just kind of stares at you, like turns the head, then again nips at your trouser and starts like trying to pull it.
Oh, my dog does that too. He wants to go play in the snow with you. Not gonna happen.
And then he kind of
Well,
looks over towards where the mountain looms in the distance and ruff!
Okay.
Yeah, I do think Boy wants to go save his owner.
Yeah, that's. I'm sure that's the case. I mean, why would he? Why wouldn't you, boy?
All right, let's be off then.
Okay.
Lois, can you talk to him?
I
I
don't know.
remember you saying something about being able to understand animals.
I mean, who could really understand them? I mean, they have their tells, of course, but what do you think, boy? You're not just gonna, say something to me, right?
Kind of shakes his fur a little bit. And a couple of bits of snow spilling out. You know, like they do when they're cold and wet.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it's
Vulwin.
it's wishful thinking.
True. Animals can be fickle at times. But Vulwin, as our resident tracker, which way do you say we go? Seems common consensus around the town is to head towards Lonely Wood and around and follow the water.
We could just just head around. Don't take the waterway. Too dangerous. Might fall in. It's gonna be colder that way. But just skirt the tree line. Go north. We could make it relatively safety. If we need to, we could dip into the tree line. That gets particularly fierce.
You're the expert.
Yeah, and then if we really want to go across the tundra or something, maybe Boy can tell us then what's going on with, his what is it, Garrett or whatever his name is.
As he hears his name, like he looks up, tail starts wagging.
Yeah,
So
it would be
he
nice to
does
find out
seem-
what happened to him.
Hmm. He does seem competent.
Good dog.
Good dog.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully Boy knows where to find him and he knows what's going on.
Hopefully.
I hope so too.
Yeah, just stick with us and we'll check it out eventually, Boy.
And then this time he like nips at your legs, Vulwin, grabs the trouser and starts like trying to pull you towards the door now.
Yeah, don't hurry. We're gonna get there soon enough. Just, hold on, okay?
Ruff!
Uff.
So, when do you all want to head off?
This morning.
Boy looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah, Elora will just go say goodbye to her parents real fast, and then she'll be good to go.
Okay. Stay safe out there. Remember
I'll
to
stay
dress
safe.
up warm.
Oh, definitely.
Warmer. Another layer.
Another layer.
And your mother
I
kind of
still-
pulls out another like knitted jumper. Is like, and that one too.
And it's
Yeah.
more funny because, like, I feel like all of us, because we all have cold resistance to some extent, we're wearing warm clothes, but
Yeah.
we're not like bundled up like everybody else. And then there's Elora, who just looks like especially around the rest of us, like a small child walking around.
Yeah, she looks
Just
like a
coats
toddler
everywhere.
in the snowsuits.
Yep.
It looked like, what was it, Kappa, who had the T square pose? At least you're not like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Copper, yeah.
Copper. Yeah.
I actually have a giant coat with hood, so
That's
Oh, yeah.
cool.
still warm. But yeah.
She'll stuff the sweater into her bag.
Yeah, it's going on. Bowen's
Like,
gonna.
I'll wear it when it's cold. Colder.
It's cold already. Put it on.
Yeah. Bowen's gonna lean down and pat Boy. It's like, so what were you trying to tell Elora, Boy? You really seem to be pressing. Something,
Again, he
something
kinda-
wrong.
Grabs your trouser leg and like tries to pull you towards the door.
Okay. He'll go, walk that way. It's like as everybody's, getting ready.
You get the impression he's just eager to get going.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you are going to get going, then I will need a scooting a boot roll, which is going to be perception, and survival for the track or for the navigation.
Okie dokie.
Let's see. Perception. All right. I
Got
can live
a
with the
17 survival.
17.
21, 17.
Okay, so you make your way out of the town again. Various townsfolk giving you a nod as you go, and there definitely seems to be like a greater feeling of cheer and happiness around the town. You also notice there are noticeably less people in the streets than had been previously, and you surmise that they're actually off in the mine right now, which is probably where they want to be. You still look out towards the lake, and there are a couple of fishing boats out there, and you also see just a couple of like solitary figures or like small groups of figures out on the lake, like huddled in circles around, you imagine, like doing ice fishing. And almost immediately as you leave the town, you split away from the path to Lonelywood, going instead around the wood itself, as opposed to, the path towards the similarly named town, which is going to get very confusing very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The Lonely Woods. In the Lonely Wood.
Yeah. I'm guessing you've got your snowshoes on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If,
Okay,
if it's needed, yes.
So this is the first
Oh, yeah.
time that you guys are going out into the tundra proper, and the going is definitely difficult at the start, and none of you are particularly adept at like tundra crossing, with the probable exception of Vulwin. So Vulwin, you've like, as soon as you leave the town, you're putting your snowshoes on. The rest of you are like, we don't need them yet, this is going to be fine. You make it about half an hour, and then you're like breathing heavily, sweat pouring down your back from the exertion, and one by one you give in, start putting on the snowshoes yourself, and the going gets notably easier, though you do once or twice fall flat on your face because you're just not used to walking in these things, and it's like very easy to get your feet tangled up because you just kind of need to walk a bit more spread out than you usually would do. But for the purposes of brevity, you make decent enough progress. You keep the wood to your left. You keep a decent eye on it. You do keep some distance, like half a mile, I would say, probably. So you can kind of make out the silhouettes of the trees in the distance. You don't want to get too close to it because of the stories that Vulwin had been telling, and also the stories that you'd heard in the town. Otherwise, the tundra is flat. You can pretty much see as far as you can see in the dim light, and always you got the silhouette of Kelvin's cairn in the distance to your northwest, kind of framing a little bit a darker spot against the sky over in that direction. And I need to get my notes to how far you can actually move. Okay, so you, as an average, make about half a mile an hour with snowshoes on in the tundra. So how far do you need to go? And we'll work out how long it takes you.
About 8 miles.
So we'll say that you get to about 6 miles in, which is 12 hours of walking, just solid walking. You probably do stop for a spot of lunch, eating some of your rations, and Elora, your mother, like packed you off with a day's worth of food, so all of you are fed for today. You don't need to worry about that.
Did we buy extra rations for this man? We did,
Yeah.
right?
Tahko bought a crap ton.
I'm carrying 40 things of ration, 40 days of rations.
Yeah. Tahko is just walking rations.
That's what I thought. Okay, just wanted a reminder.
On top of everything else.
And
Yeah.
if anybody wanted to load up some water skins of soup before we took off, this is probably the place to
Okay.
soup.
True.
The chowder skin.
The
Chowder
chowder
skin.
And eventually, Vulwin, you notice that the previously like pristine tundra in front of you. Oh, and also weather. The weather at the moment is, you can see like there are a couple of dark clouds. Every now and then you do get buffeted by some heavier snowfall, but for the most part it does seem to be relatively decent weather. You're able to make pretty good time through that. You do notice coming from the north there are some thicker, deeper clouds, which you do generally associate with heavier snowfall.
Yeah.
And with that kind of in mind, you do notice that some of the snow where you're walking now seems to have been disturbed.
Also, we might want to change the music to
Yes,
more.
we should. That is true.
It's a jolly walk.
Disturbed as a bard just pops out. It's like, hello! That's the music I've been hearing.
It's the singing fox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's followed us there. Is there any other detail you can give me when you said that the snow has been disturbed?
Give me another survival check.
Certainly.
The snow has seen horrors that you cannot imagine.
I mean, it's very possible.
Okay.
10. 50-50.
Paw prints. It's kind of difficult to make out exactly what they are, but they do look bigger.
Okay.
And there do seem
Something's
to be
come through here.
4 of them. They seem to be going in rough. Well, they came from the forest and seem to be going kind of in the northeasterly type of direction. Not as northerly as you're going, but you would definitely like you're crossing that path right now.
Okay.
I think as we like come upon that, I'll just be like, well, we're not the only ones traveling out here.
Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Should always keep that in mind. Just because you can't always see it doesn't mean it's not there. It'll just kind of, point it out that that's like that bit of disturbed snow that might have been hard to like recognize just out in the tundra. It's already been, snowed over a bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you can't with that roll work out like how long ago it was left, but there is some snow accumulating, so some time has passed. As you continue walking on, those dark clouds getting ever closer, and Tahko, you're now also kind of looking a little bit concerned towards the dark overhead, and your eye catches movement again coming from the southeast this time. Not on the ground, in the sky. You see 2 black dots in the sky.
Suspicious. Look up. There.
Is it the...
Yeah, it's the clouds.
No.
I've already seen it. We're going to get some snow coming. So
There's
we might as well
something flying
keep
up there.
moving.
Is
I'm
it
worried it
those...
might be the gargoyles back.
Yeah. Are they watching us?
Well, maybe they're just inclined to stay in forests. Last time we saw something like that was in Goodmead. Then again, it could be anything else.
They're coming across the tundra, though. They're southeast of you. They're not coming from the forest.
Oh, no. Okay.
Well,
Sure enough.
that's peculiar.
Well,
Maybe we should all duck down and try and make our low profile and hide in the snow until they pass.
How far are we on the actual like blob that's right there on the map right now?
You imagine so.
Okay.
Thanks.
No, it's fair. It's fair. But I think we'll be pretty easy to spot, even just ducking down to the snow or just in the middle of a tundra.
yeah.
I mean, her hair alone will just stick out.
I'm wearing my hood. Gotta wear my hood. It's cold.
Not
Besides,
wrong.
if we could already see them, they could probably already see us.
That's true. It's kind of hard for you guys to hide, I think.
I think all of us have probably like, even though there's been, it's been snowing and stuff, we all have dark clothing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's always dark, so it's not like it's
Well,
right on the ice.
maybe they'll just be here to observe again.
Maybe they're just heading for the forest.
Yeah.
A lot of babies.
Oh crap, I just realised 12 hours of walking. It's going to be like 9 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, if we're near the forest and like we're not at our destination yet, it's been that long. Like, we might even consider like camping for the night.
Yeah, I'll say probably after about 8 hours, like you're really getting tired and you probably do want to rest.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Okay.
I think we should try and force our way towards the cabin. If we can get there by morning's light, then we can rest somewhere warm.
Yeah, it's really easy to lose your way in the tundra at night, Tahko.
Yes. And I still don't have the gifts of my goddess.
Very well.
They still haven't been restored to me, so...
Yeah, we've got some time. We could start setting something up here. We don't need to go into the forest. He looks back up again, like there's fairly large dark clouds that are coming this way.
Yeah.
We were thinking about like a storm, so we might actually be better off camping near the forest.
So for some time you've been able to see Kelvin's cairn kind of as this dark silhouette, and as the clouds are coming in, like, it disappears from view.
Yeah.
So a lot of snow is coming.
That's actually moving pretty fast.
Well, I'm again talking about like the
Relative.
8 to 12 hours that you've been traveling here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not.
I'm just trying to keep things moving a bit.
Can I get a gauge of how long I think it would take for us to make it the rest of the way?
Sure. Make a survival check.
Okay. 13.
You don't really know, because you don't know exactly where it is that you're going to.
Right, but just like clearing around like the lonely wood.
I mean,
like, there's still a lot of.
because
It looks
you-
like to me there's still a lot of forest.
Because you know what... Well, again, are we talking 8 hours in, or are we talking the 12 hours?
8 hours in. When did we see these things as well? This was
That was
We
probably
don't.
about 6 hours.
6 hours in. Okay. Yeah, at about 8 hours in, he would know that he'd have to start changing either his course somewhere so that we would be able to be prepared for night and eventual large snowfall. So at that point, that 8 hour junction, I think, is where we'd start like figuring out what our next plan would be.
Okay, so the 8 hours, you're estimating you're probably about... probably about there. I mean, you can work
Okay.
it out. It's 4 miles.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Further than that.
So
Yeah,
while we're traveling, then he'll bring up the options. Well, we got 2 options. Normally, I'd say that just camping out here at the tundra would be actually advisable, but there's what looks like a bad storm on the way, and I don't want to get snowed in out here. The other option would be to camp in the outskirts of the lonely woods.
And Vulwin,
hit
you know Lonely Woods, and you kind of know the rough geography of it, and you can kind of... Where it kind of spikes outwards, that's a bit of a landmark to you, so you know roughly where you are.
Okay. Yeah. So that would give us some protection from a larger storm, but it might put us in some danger with whatever's in there if it bothers us. But
And you also know that there is a small copse of woods which is like detached from Lonely Wood. It's still technically part of it, but if you wanted to find more shelter, you could go to that.
yeah, and he'll mention that as well. And to be honest, it seems like potentially the better option to me rather than staying out here and trying to build up in a storm. We're likely to just get completely caught.
Yes,
Hey.
that last one sounds the best. The small wood.
The
Yeah,
small.
copse. The small lonely woods.
The really lonely wood.
The loneliest wood.
The loneliest wood, I like it.
Okay, so then at the 8 hours mark after he brings it up, it seems like people agree that we should veer a little closer if we're going to camp down for the night, and then
Yeah.
during the next couple hours we'll be making pace closer to the wood.
Okay.
So, after about 8 hours, you decide we should probably look to camp around here. Give me another survival check if you're looking for like a camping site.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I just gotta build up some snow with the shovels. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, can't find a good place. That one.
Oh no!
So the real thing is, don't be near the lonely wood.
Okay.
That's the worst you've done ever.
Ever?
I mean, it is. I
Oh, no.
really like this place. I haven't been this far.
So,
Hey, you guys couldn't give me advantage. No.
I mean,
you find the loneliest wood, and
Yeah.
you haven't yourself camped here before, but it looks really inviting. It's like slightly detached from the main wood, which is where all the dangerous beasties are. And
Yeah.
you're pretty sure that you'd like see a little, not exactly shelter, but like a couple of trees which are growing a bit closer together, like forming a natural wind barrier. And most of the wind is blasting from the north, so it will like protect you from that northerly wind. There are some like boughs, bushes, branches, and things that you could use to like build up a basic shelter of some kind, if you wanted to.
Yeah. Never really liked this place, but this is the best we're gonna get. Probably shouldn't head any further. We should start working on setting up camp.
Okay.
Any of you have shovels?
Yep.
There's a lot of snow.
I do have a shovel.
Good. 'Cause there's a
I
lot
also
of
have a
snow
shovel.
here. There's a lot of snow here. We could use it as a partial barrier if we set up tents.
Okay.
I also have a tent.
I'll try and use my shield to help.
Yep,
No.
shovel.
Yeah, so I've seen this. It's actually pretty intriguing. You kind of dig into the snow, build up your little natural barriers around you.
Yeah.
Put your tent up. It's fun. It's fun looking. Maybe not now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that fun. I'm not a big fan of camping. in the
Super fun looking.
Yeah.
We
What
did that
time
in
like the
elementary school. Fun
So
time.
bear with me a second.
Oh yeah.
He's just learning of all the beasties he could stick on us.
Oh boy.
Absolutely.
Turns out,
No.
it turns out there's something horrible that lives under the ground here that only awakens in springtime, and we just woke it up with our body heat in the middle of the
A
night.
snowbird.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hey. Hot up.
True.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
yeah. What's going to kill us tonight?
I mean, I have a few ideas, but I don't know how harsh I want to be.
Ah.
Okay.
With a history of critical successes, all lost to just a single critical failure.
Remember, if we die, it's even fault.
Yep.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's your fault for not fighting well enough to get away from whatever we're fighting.
Nope, your fault.
Nope, just my fault. All hinged on a single dice roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll claim it.
That's D&D.
I'm claiming it.
I mean, the role is called survival. It's kind of pivotal.
It's okay. It was only to find a nice place to stay for the night. We could have gotten lost in the tundra forever.
Oh boy.
I'll take my chances at this
so
point.
you set up the camp. You dig under the snow to like form a bit of an igloo, and then using that as a further shelter, you do build a fire under it. Or at a bit of a distance so it doesn't completely melt it and just have it dripping on top of you, because that's not comfortable.
Well, it's okay. Yeah, we can use like
Because
the
that's
tent
not
thing.
comfortable.
Well, yeah, we can use the tents as like the top of the igloo, so it's not actually like snow on top of us.
Do you have tents?
I have a
I
tent.
do.
2 tents.
2 tents.
Intense.
Intense, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have a tent?
I was like, if we're going to go out into the tundra at any point, probably would need tent. So I bought tent.
I did not.
All right.
I have an astronomy book.
Elora was hoping that somebody would have a tent.
Yeah. Same.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a 2-person tent, but with the
Yeah.
behemoths that our entire party
I don't know
is.
about that. Yeah,
Oh, you can
Just
set
pile
your
up
lantern
it-
too.
it would be pretty hard to
just-
travel around.
You sleep in
here
your
without a
lantern.
tent.
She can't sleep in her lantern. She can take
Oh,
a short
okay.
rest in her lantern.
Oh, short rest. Feels bad.
Can we get a fire going at least?
Yes, like you are in a little wood outcropping, so you're able to get a fire going, and it starts crackling pretty merrily. You get a decent supply of wood. You set up a wood pile next to it, using it partially to reflect the wood back at you. You set up... How many tents did you have, sorry?
I think just the two.
2 tents? Okay. So you set up 2 tents, then also you get 2 of these like ice igloos set up. So who's sleeping in which, and who's going to be on watch for the different parts of the night?
Well, we can switch out tent sleeping depending on who's on watch, right? So,
That's true. Yeah, I'll be on watch for one of the shifts.
I'll take first watch.
okay.
I get to look at the moon.
I
And
guess Elora will offer.
Yeah, I'll do second.
Don't if it's cloudy.
Yeah, with the
Second?
dark clouds. Yeah.
Or, yeah, the one that's in the night because she has dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, then you should probably. Well, yeah, everything's new,
Yeah,
but you
she'll
should probably
offer,
do
like,
second, and then
second,
I'll
yeah.
do third, I guess.
Okay, so 3 watches. Floundering a little bit here.
That's
That's
okay.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
How many
Yeah,
did you
just,
witness today?
Yeah, those that you can see in the night are probably best to keep an eye out.
Yep.
Just keep an
I
eye
can't
out
see
for
in the night.
the wood. Anything,
Well-
honestly, anything that moves across the tundra is a possible threat. So
Yes.
don't hesitate to wake us.
All right, so first person on. Sorry, say again. Who's on first watch, second, and third?
Irilyssa on first.
Okay.
Yep.
Elora on second. Zagrax on third.
Okay. Give me a perception roll, please, Irilyssa.
A 6.
Oh no!
I'm not used
Not a
to.
crit though.
Still not
Okay.
used to this.
P.
So the dark clouds
Yeah,
roll
boy.
in. You can't really see it because it's so dark now anyway, but you can kind of feel that there's more of an intense breeze coming in, and you kind of move yourself closer to where the campfire is burning merrily, and you get closer and you get closer and you get closer, which basically effectively blinds you from everything else outside of the camp. Like, you're getting really cold, so you get really close to the fire. And it starts snowing more and more heavily until it's difficult to start seeing exactly what's around you. The wind goes up, not quite to blizzard levels just yet, but there's definitely a winter storm coming in at the moment.
Lovely.
But otherwise,
Great.
your watch passes peacefully. And at what you imagine to be the appointed hour, you go to the next person and wake them up.
Is it just me, or is Mordred's watches, even if it's like there's like literally zero chance of anything bad happening, always the most nerve-wracking thing ever? Like,
Yeah.
you're in a tavern and everything's
You're
fine.
still
Like,
scared.
stop doing that.
You have a good night's sleep.
This is actually our first time camping out in this game.
Oh, I
It
know.
It is.
It is, and the rolls are
And we get these exceptional rolls. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'll
It's
use
nerve.
thaumaturgy to make a little tinkling alarm sound in Elora's ears.
Oh, lovely.
God.
Like-
Okay.
But she'll get up and
So, Elora, you head in. Sorry, Irilyssa, you head in to sleep. Elora, you're now on watch. Give me a perception check, please.
13.
Ooh.
So, you awoken to your own moment in camp duty, and you're kept awake by the now howling of the wind. The snow really starts to get more and more intense, and that jumper that you kind of discarded earlier from your mother, you put that on.
Oh, yeah.
And then about an hour later, you rummage in your bag, you put on another one. Hour after that, grab another cloak, put that on. You kind of like hold it above yourself like a bit of a tent. You're kind of peering out from underneath just to try and
Yep.
keep things going. The fire splutters down a little bit because of the increasing intensity of the snow, but you keep on putting wood on, and eventually your watch also ends. Who's next?
Okay. He'll go over and I imagine he's not facing head out of the tent, so she'll just grab Zagrax's leg and shake it.
Okay.
That's a smart thing.
Yeah, there's definitely a jump and a kick,
She's like,
And-
oh, get back to
and
me
like-
quickly.
and like half like complete like probably like 5% awake is like kind of like lifts up, hits the top of the tent, and just like oh.
Oh man, you sleep with your leg outside a tent? You are a
No.
daring person.
Not outside the tent, thank you.
The leggy.
That's Tahko. The tent's not big enough.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
here
the
we
tent's
go.
honestly more of a tarp for me.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Perception roll. Here we go. Nice.
3. Lovely.
Oh
Great.
boy.
Zagrax, you're the best.
I am the best.
Everybody
I appreciate
died.
you.
Hey, he wants to do watch. He never said he was any good at it.
Yeah, I remember how these watch rolls went in the past. This is pretty on par.
Hey, if we're bringing down the party, it's Vulwin and Zagrax are going to tag team bring down the party. Thank you.
Honestly, I think the storm might be keeping us alive at this point because it's too cold and blizzardy for anything to bother to kill us.
That's funny. You're funny.
Okay.
Tahko doesn't do much traveling.
Zagrax, you're awoken. You make your way over to where the campfire is. Like, even though you are kind of used to the cold, you don't mind the cold so much. It's freaking cold, even for you. The snow is really coming down. The wind is howling. You're kind of amazed that the rest of your party is sleeping through this, quite frankly. And every now and then you kind of look over to the tent and to the two igloos. You can't see them, though. Snow's too intense.
Oh, gosh.
And you reach to put another branch on the fire. And there's nothing there. You've used up your entire wood pile already.
Elora then.
And the fire starts to dim and dim and dim, and you're kind of like now constantly like your head's just looking around. You're just never quite sure what's happening. You hear a noise in the forest. And the snow just keeps on pouring down, and just keeps on pouring down. So, we have got 2 tents and 2 igloos. Who is in each one? Zagrax is on duty right now.
You're going to take us to a different page.
I took over whatever space Zagrax was in. So I guess a
Zagrax
tent?
was in a tent, so okay, so you're in the tent.
Yeah, so for Vulwin, it's kind of like the tent is more like kind of like a tarp topping, right? So it could be like, put over, top of the snow area. So it's him and Boy, because Boy is not out in the storm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then Irilyssa's in one of the igloos, and then
Yep.
Tahko is in one of the igloos. Gotcha.
Fun.
And eventually, Zagrax, the very, very faint sign of the sun rising can be seen on the horizon. And in the sky above you... Oh, in fact, you wouldn't be able to see that because of the heavy snow. Never mind. So you can just see like the first glimmer of light. And you look around, it's probably still 7 o'clock in the morning or so. The fire is completely out at this point, and you're just like poking it with the one stick you've got left, trying to stir some kind of energy back into it. But you can't. But eventually you decide, I should probably wake the others up. You make your way over to Irilyssa's igloo. You dig under some of the snow, eventually finding the entrance. A burst of hot air comes out from inside. 1 or 2 drops of molten water fall on your head. Irilyssa's there. You wake Irilyssa. You
She says in Draconic, no, 5 more minutes.
Response Draconic, yeah, whatever.
You then make your way over to where Tahko was also buried under the snow. You start digging in the snow, but you can't find it. That the entrance isn't there. Then you realise, it's not. It's actually over there. So you head over to the other place, start digging in the snow, trying to get into it. And Tahko, you're awoken to this Dragonborn just falling on top of your head as the roof of your igloo collapses.
What a morning wake up.
And having actually had something similar to that happen to me in the past, it is not fun.
Just
Lands. Morning.
Thank you. Get off me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Apologies.
I assume about as quickly as he landed, he'd sit like, oh shit. Lands, and then as quickly as he landed, gets back up and is like, okay, time to go forward, no, bye.
Right.
You then go to the tent where Vulwin was. His tent was the nearest to the fire, kind of behind the wood pile. And you look in the tent. It's empty. There's nobody in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna like go in and like look like is he like dig around in the snow in it a bit? Like is he? How did he do that? He's not there. Oh God! Then a quick go and run to wake up Elora, and on running across, just yell out, "Vulwin's not there."
What?
Vulwin's not in his tent.
Am I in my tent?
You're not anymore. Return the favor, except shaking the leg is more of like half drag you.
Is it still actively snowing, or is it calm now?
It's calmed down. It's calmed down a lot. Like with the rising of the sun, like many of the thicker clouds have passed overhead, and you're just kind of in the ruins of your camp. Like everything is under probably another foot or two of snow that have fallen freshly overnight. But yes, like the worst of the storm does seem to have passed.
Okay, I'll just yell out, "Vulwin!"
Did he leave? Did he go to find food or something?
I don't know.
He's smart enough to not come off alone.
I didn't see him. Not that I could see much of anything with the amount of snow that was coming down.
Okay.
I'm going to try and search for any kind of tracks.
Make a survival check.
All right.
No.
I got a 7, which means I rolled a 2.
So
Awesome.
you don't find any tracks per se, but you do find kind of a divot in the snow leading away from Vulwin's tent, like out the back of it. And like looking around the back of the tent, you can kind of see that it's been lifted up. The snow there has been disturbed, and clearly he's been either like crawled out or pulled out.
And Boy's not there either.
Boy was just asleep. I totally forgot about Boy. No, he was just kind of asleep, and then
Boy
Zagrax
was
when you
there.
went.
Just
Boy
to
is
be
still
fair, yeah, just to
Some
be fair,
guard dog.
Boy was in the tent with Vulwin.
Yeah.
So,
Now he's
Okay.
content without Vulwin.
Boy,
or
where's
he's not there. Who knows?
Boy?
Yeah, it definitely would have been. Zagrex would have gotten in there like triple take, like boy. Wait, boy.
Actually, no. Boy's not in the tent. No, I'm sorry, I'm retconning
Okay.
that slightly. No, Boy is not there. And as you kind of realise, where is Boy? You hear a bark. Ruff!
Okay. Boy!
Ruff!
I'll go running out towards where the park is. Is it in
Okay,
the
so you're
direction-
heading south out of the... no, probably west out of the camp. So you kind of go south immediately and then kind of circle around to the west. And eventually you find Boy,
following.
and he's kind of pawing at something in the snow and then like nudging it a little bit and then kind of sniffs around a little bit, lifts his nose, sniffs around a bit. Ruff! Ruff!
I'll reach in.
Well, he's not like touching anything. He's clearly found another track of some kind, or like
Okay.
you've had. You find an ice auger lying in the snow.
Oh. Okay.
Nice auger. Oh, okay.
I thought you said ogre for a second. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yes, an ice auger.
That's a lot worse.
I was like,
No.
okay.
Ice auger, so we can divine the ice, right? That's what that is?
You've seen Vulwin use it before at the shrine of Sylvanus to break the ice.
Yeah.
It's a drill.
Okay, so I'll hold it up. I found his auger. Or
Boy.
rather, Boy did.
Oh, that's not good.
maybe
And you're probably a good
Maybe.
200 feet or something away from the camp at this point.
Okay.
Boy. And I'll hold the auger down for him. Find Vulwin.
Ruff! And with that, he takes off, going further into the woodland, the little copse.
Okay.
I'll go trudging after him.
After off we go.
What are the rest
I'm
of you
gonna
doing?
run. I'm going to follow
Okay.
Following as well.
as fast as I can.
Yeah, so you guys
I
are
would've-
probably...
I would have grabbed Pack for like obviously grabbed Pack, left tent, and started going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take off running after Boy. Boy will bound ahead, then stop, like bark, look back behind you, let you catch up a little bit, and then bound off again. And now you're starting to see a little bit more evidence of passage. Again, it's this kind of divot in the snow where something's clearly been dragged through it. And eventually, probably after 10 minutes or so, you come across what you imagine to be the center of this little copse, this little woodland. And there's just a frozen lake in the middle of it. And next to the lake there is a fishing pole and another ice auger. And as you look around, you also notice there's a little stool. Okay, not so little, fairly large stool next to the fishing rod. And then over on the far side of the lake you can see a little rise in the ground and then what looks to be a cave.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
Did he go in there?
I suppose.
I don't
Oh,
think
this is
he
bad.
went willingly.
I don't think it was willing.
Let's go rescue
Maybe
him.
it was.
We haven't seen any blood or anything on the ground, have we?
Make a perception check.
Curious question from me as well.
Not me.
When they went in to look on the tent, was his pack or anything still there?
Yeah, everything was still there.
Okay.
Okay.
An 11.
Okay. No blood. You do notice that the lake, the ice has been broken several times. Seems to have refrozen overnight, but yes, there are like little holes where someone's clearly been doing a spot of ice fishing here.
Hmm.
And you also notice, now that you're looking a bit more closely, there are tracks around the side of the lake. Can someone give me a survival check?
I can do that.
Okay.
Not me.
Oh,
There seem to be two sets of tracks. Something with large paw prints, and then, like, what would they be? Smaller paw prints. But these ones are a little strange because they're still paw prints, but they're like more elongated, and there definitely seems to be like toes.
Okay. Like claws?
There are claws
This is
at the end of them, and you can kind of see where the snow is. Like, you got the foot, and then you've got the toe, then you got like a little divot at the end of
Okay.
that where the claw kind of curls in. But
Okay.
what I'm trying to say here is they look a bit more humanoid, like elongated, like a foot rather than a paw.
Oh no.
I fear
dear.
that Vulwin's found the hair before us.
I hope not.
Wasn't supposed to be over here.
Well, it goes where it wants, I'm sure.
What is Boyd like? Just sniffing around still?
Yeah, boy's like, he's found like the bones of some fish, and he's like trying to nudge the bones out of the snow, and then like chomping down on them.
No, don't get distracted by food.
That's
Wait.
sidetracked.
Boy, that's not Vulwin.
And he's like, Laura's trying to steal my food, and he runs away.
Yep.
No.
Then a minute or two later, you notice that boy is starting to dig in the snow.
You're digging?
I'll go over and see what he's digging at.
Yeah.
He's digging a hole in the snow.
Okay.
Nice. Go dog. Okay.
job.
Just doing dog
Best
thing.
dog.
Yeah. Do the tracks go towards the cave?
Yes. The humanoidy ones go towards the cave. The other ones seem to lead in the other direction from where you just came from.
Okay.
All right. Time to go into the cave.
Yeah, cave diving. Huzzah.
It's
Here
actually
we go.
it's a
Just got out of-
remarkably shallow cave. It's only because the light is dim that you couldn't see further into it. And there are a couple of crates around the sides of the cave, and then there's another stool with like what would that be? A little wooden box on top of the stool, and then at the inside of the cave is what looks to be a cot, a sleeping spot. And in the sleeping spot is Vulwin, snoring away.
Oh.
Oh. Weird.
Was his tent destroyed?
Oi, Vulwin,
No.
what are you doing here?
As Zagrex goes up, walks into the cave and pokes
Sorry,
him
just-
and tries to shake him a bit.
Just to answer Tahko there, no, the tent was not destroyed, but it was disturbed in that somebody had lifted the back of it and then pulled something out from the back.
Oh.
Yeah, Zagrex will go in and try and wake up Vulwin.
He wakes up.
Too early. Just let me get a little bit more sleep.
How'd you make it here?
I just put up the tent. Just don't bother me right now. Let me sleep.
What
Open your eyes, Vulwin.
You're not in your
Oh,
tent,
but it's so
Vulwin.
comfy right now.
Just take his eyes.
I don't doubt that.
And yeah, actually gonna go and with do Elora and actually just force open his eyes.
He's gonna roll over and just kind of look at me like, why are you all staring at me? Wait, where am I?
Yes, where are you?
You weren't in camp. You're here.
Yeah, where is here?
I
And
don't-
What am I doing here?
I don't know.
Are you a werebear, Vulwin?
What?
Are you
What do
a
you mean?
werebear? Well, you
No.
apparently got up in the middle of the night and went wandering off.
I don't
Whatever
have any
happened, Boy
recollection of
didn't
that.
wake up.
Mord, would I remember about anything?
Nope, nothing.
Okay.
Did you just sleepwalk over here?
You remember being a bit colder for a while, and then you
Yeah,
remember
well.
not being quite so cold. And then you remember
well,
waking up.
I don't have any recollection of anything other than, I was a bit cold. It was kind of a cold night, very stormy. And I got warm, but it was nice. But I don't know what I'm doing here. And he'll write himself up and actually get up.
Okay.
Is this place have I seen this place before?
Nope.
Well, this is a nice place wherever this is. Where are we?
Agree with that.
I don't know.
10, 15 minutes away from where we set up camp.
Not even that.
A bit closer to the Lonely Wood.
Well, we found your fishing thing along the way.
Thanks. I don't know what to say.
I mean, if this one's yours, there's another one out there. This cot isn't yours. The stool isn't yours.
Whose is it?
Good question, actually. A little confused about the whole thing going on here myself. It's some of the best sleep I've ever gotten, but...
Well, it didn't really compare to Elora's place.
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, it would just be but not quite as good as, the fox, the singing fox.
Let's see.
This probably explains why it felt so nice, though. Being in a cave rather than, out in the middle of a tundra.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but who did you sleep with in the night?
Do you normally sleepwalk? Is that an issue you have?
No, I don't sleepwalk.
As the rest of the group is talking, Irilyssa is just keeping an eye out along the shoreline of the lake, looking for signs of anybody else.
Okay. Now that you're having this is for everyone else. Now that you're having a bit of a better chance to look at Vulwin, he looks to be soaking wet. Now that you're actually able to see him, furbolgs have fur, and you can kind of see the fur is matted and all over the place. And there are bits of twigs stuck in his hair and things like that. And Irilyssa, roll me a perception check.
Right. Perception.
Sleep fishing.
Probably.
No, it's
7.
Nice.
We're rolling great. This is great.
The mystery abound.
Oh, these rolls.
Mm-hmm.
At least nothing else is
Do I realize I'm soaked, and am I bothered by it?
Like, it takes you a minute to realise, because you're usually pretty okay with wet stuff, but yeah, it starts getting uncomfortable, and you kind of feel like you need to scratch, and like you can feel a bit of a rash forming perhaps on your side.
This is uncomfortable.
And now that you're actually like coming back to consciousness, like, wow, your face feels a bit sore, and you got a couple of scratches on your hands and your arms, and kind of looks like you were dragged.
Yeah, I don't think this was definitely not. It looks like I was dragged here or something.
That's
Well,
someone.
Feels like I was dragged here.
You don't like the Lonely Wood, but it seems to like you.
I lived here for a while.
Huh. I'll go ahead and get cleaned
Lonely
up.
Wood, not the Lonely Woods though.
Right.
This is weird.
He's gonna take off like his green scarf that he's got, which is probably soaked, like you were saying at this point. So
Yep.
he's gonna take that and just start trying to wring it out.
Okay. Yeah, you pull it out and you wring it out. And a couple of the splashes like fall on the little box on the stool that were next to you, and you seem to have gotten that bit wet.
Wait, you said the boxes?
There is a single like wooden box on top of the stool, like a jewelry box type shape.
Oh. What's this? And he's gonna walk up and take a look at what it is.
Okay. And I'm going to need to double check my notes. Oh, gosh, that's going to be a long way away.
The other thing too is like, did you guys grab my stuff? I don't see it here on me.
No. Once we learned you weren't there, we started following the tracks that led away from your tent. So
you just, is it still snowing?
No.
No, it was your stuff was still in your tent and that looked fine. And it calmed down quite a bit outside.
We'll go collect the things.
Yeah, we should go get it.
Please, that seems like a really big oversight.
Well, you were
Gone, Vulwin.
missing.
So the jewelry box, you open it and you look inside, and there is like nestled on a red piece of velvet, quite a nice looking amulet. It's got a snow leopard with white dragon wings.
He'll pick it up and be like, I don't suppose this belongs to any of you.
No.
I'll pick it up.
You didn't drag me here tonight to surprise me with this, right?
No.
No.
It'd be a very strange proposal.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me some time. I can see if it's magical.
Proposal. I've seen something similar to this.
Yeah, I mean it could be.
No, I'm saying it's. I think this is looking at the design. I think it's Goliath made.
Oh, okay.
Certainly, whatever's using the stool and such is no small creature.
Actually, this might be my sister's.
What?
Well, why would your sister's trinket be here in this?
I don't know, but the wing's
That
broken
would
in
help
this
me.
spot, the same as hers.
So you think that your sister dragged Vulwin over here?
If my sister's this far from home, well, from where she was last I knew, that's its own concern to me.
Yeah, me too. If she's gonna drag me off in the middle of the night, I'd like to know about that ahead of time.
Yes.
Agreed.
That's something
Yeah.
she should do.
Wait, did you just say that was something she would do?
Well, I'm not saying that seriously. As a brother, it's the kind of crap she would pull.
Oh, okay.
In a sense.
I'm more impressed that you didn't wake up, Vulwin.
Yes.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I'm also surprised that Boy didn't wake up either.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to find my sister's necklace several hundred miles from home.
Yes, it's all weird.
Yeah, just a little bit more than weird.
Can I look at what's in the crates?
Sure.
I have a crowbar.
Roll me investigation.
Sure.
Oh,
Doesn't have
be-
shovel, has
I
crowbar.
really like the idea. You
I
try to
have a
pry this
shovel, too.
open.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, this would be the same thing as a pickaxe earlier. You try to pry it open, and the lid just goes flying off.
Wow.
Okay, so you look through the crates, and it mostly seems to be various supplies of some kind. Like you can see a couple of wrapped up furs, you can see some tools, some fishing lures, a couple of lengths of rope, a couple of lengths of twine, woodsman campy stuff. The thing that you do notice, well, actually two things. Firstly, of all of the food that you find, none of it is cooked. It's all raw. The second thing you notice is there is no fire in here. There's no sign of a fire.
Okay. Actually, Elora will point that out. She's like, whoever was staying here doesn't need a fire or didn't want a fire. There's no pit or anything.
Great.
Interesting.
And all the food is raw in here. She'll, like, point at it. It's weird.
Yeah, Vulwin's still kind of like, trying to really look at this trinket thing, and he'll be kind of like, showing it to Tahko even closer. Like, yeah, are you sure about this?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and pick up the trinket and give it a good look over.
What did it mean to her? What did it mean to you? It doesn't seem to mean anything to me necessarily. I don't think it does.
1 second.
Do you mind if I keep this?
I don't know. It was left here. That was the only way to hear. I don't know if it's meant for you, meant for me, meant for whoever.
Well, it was in a box. It's likely meant for no one.
Well, I would have woken up to it.
you don't put something in a box that nice if you don't want to keep it.
Yeah. And you just usually don't wake up being dragged away from camp somewhere else completely with a box and. Yeah. I don't know.
Has
Fish.
point.
Lots and lots of fish. All of the food, you're now realizing, it's fish. Just fish. There's no meat. It's all fish.
I mean,
They only
fish
like
is
to
meat,
eat
but
fish.
They're really fond of sushi. Who isn't?
There you go.
Is there any sign of fire outside the
Nope.
cave?
Nope.
If we wait here long enough, whoever did this may come back.
Well,
Do we have
Maybe.
time for that?
but I don't know that we do. Where exactly are we right now? You said
We're
15,
south
20 minutes.
west of where we camped.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go collect our things and come back here.
Yeah. He's gonna walk out to the edge of the cave as well to get a sight of where this is at.
Okay, and as you look around, Irilyssa's still at the cave entrance looking around, and Vulwin, as you join Irilyssa, a white head appears. Like there's the lake, then the far side of the lake there's a bit of a rise, and a white furry head pops up above the rise. It's like looking around, looking towards the campsite.
Is it boy?
No.
Just bounding through the snow.
Much bigger.
It's Big Boy.
And he kind of sniffs the air.
Oh, goodness.
I think we have trouble.
Maybe.
If it didn't kill us in the night, why would it be trouble now?
Yeah.
And it rises
he'll
to
actually
its
take a
full size, and you can see that it is now a polar bear, like standing at the edge of the this little incline, like still sniffing around, but it's definitely like aware that there's something around, kind of looking down towards the cave.
Yeah, Vulwin's actually going to take a few steps out.
Okay.
Clearly, like, looking at this thing, this looks like the polar goat we'd seen before, like large stature.
It's big. I mean, you've seen polar bears before. This probably is roughly the size of a polar bear, possibly a little bigger. It's definitely not the juggernaut that you saw previously.
It's a juggernaut.
Yeah, you said it was already looking towards the cave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's just going to take a few steps, like, out from the cave and, kind of just stand there looking at it.
It takes a couple of steps out. And just kind of stands there staring at you for a moment across the lake.
I'm going to make my way to the cave entrance, too.
God, nothing to see here.
Actually, I'll call out to it. Come here.
Now it has opposing directions.
That's the Tahko. That's the opposite of what you want.
No. We have questions about what happened last night.
The head swings over towards where you are, Tahko. Again.
What do you think? You think it's just going to answer all your questions, Tahko?
Well, you seem to do okay with animals. You talk to it.
You could understand, like, what they want from how they act. I can't talk to the damn thing.
It roars.
Of course.
With that, Elora would look over and be like, "Oh."
Boy, yeah.
And Boy kind of like backs away and like disappears inside the cave, probably somewhere behind one of the crates.
Yeah. So is it doing anything else other than just roaring?
No, it's standing there roaring and kind of like puffing itself up a little bit. It looks agitated. In fact, roll me animal handling.
Yeah. Okay. I know that Vulwin's gonna kind of like mimic that just a bit because with bears and stuff in general, it's like you don't want to look like the prey. Animal handling. All right, let's give this a shot. Is there any bonus to this with the speech of beast and leaf that the Furbolg have? It's get advantage on any charisma checks to make to influence them. I don't know
You're
if
not
that's
influencing. You're just trying to like judge its.
Okay, I'll just roll animal handling then.
I'll bear in mind though that you have that. Okay.
19.
You're not massively familiar with bears and polar bears and grizzly bears and all other kind of
you don't want to
bears.
them.
But this one looks startled. Well, no, it doesn't look startled. It doesn't look startled at all. It looks angry. It's puffing itself up in a threatening manner.
Okay.
I'm going to yell back at it. Where's my sister?
Oh my.
And again, the head will move away from focusing on Vulwin over to where you are, Tahko, and again it'll kind of sniff, like snort rather, not sniffing, it's snorting, and you can kind of see the warm tendrils of air like escaping from its nose as steam. Kind of shakes his head like and it falls off.
Classic. Do I get the sense that with that reaction that like we're actually in its den?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
But again, with that, like that was a decent roll. When it's looking at you, it's intense and it's angry. When it looks at Tahko, it's a little more unsure and it kind of takes a step back as Tahko is speaking. Tahko, you don't really notice this because you're not particularly versed in polar bear physiology.
Oh, it just hates you.
Yeah, we should stop. We should stop screaming at it. We should leave here. This is probably it's dead. We're definitely agitating it.
It has a den full of crates of food and furs.
Well, it's
Yeah.
raw fish, so that makes
Oh.
sense.
I don't know so much about that. Maybe somebody else, rented it out.
Rented it out?
Like, I don't know how to explain any of this happened anyways.
Yeah, I don't know either. Either this thing is intelligent and lives here, or it knows something that is.
Well, if it's intelligent and lived here, that would be probably the thing that dragged me here. I don't understand.
Or it lives here
Well-
with something else.
Maybe.
We've already killed somebody else that lived with a bear. Maybe somebody else lives with this one.
It's a good thing to say out loud when the bear's angry at you, huh, Tahko?
Yeah, Vulwin will also boot. Go ahead.
Well, if the bear has something to do with my sister missing, then I don't care.
That is also fair.
There.
I'm gonna
What
go.
about what he has to say? Do you know me?
I'm gonna get behind Vulwin and just kind of do whatever he does.
I
Right?
don't think it's just a bear.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And so he'll say out, "Do you know me?"
Just kind of snorts and like rears up on two, and kind of like starts swiping at the air a little bit, and then back onto all fours. And it's now looking increasingly agitated and like starting to like pour some of the snow back from where it is.
I'm agitated too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get a pass. Just being pissed.
Irilyssa is going to use thaumaturgy and make her voice 3 times as loud as normal. And say, "Abomination, show your true form."
Oh my god, Irilyssa, that's so rude.
With no warning, Zagrex totally just like jumps out of his own skin.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Switching over to advantage. 17.
So,
Not bad.
Okay. And with that, it once again rises onto 2 legs, and his arms starts to elongate. The snout starts to shrink a little bit on the face. The ears start moving alongside the head, and this creature starts to become more of a humanoid form. It's still very much furry. It's still got claws on its hands, but it's now in a hybrid form. So it's still partially bear, partially humanoid. Again,
What?
just
What is that?
As soon as it finishes transformation, Irilyssa is going to guiding bolt it.
okay. And with that,
What the hell are you?
Oh man.
we're going to end for today because this is a good stopping point.
Oh boy.
oh no.
So, whose ill-advised idea was it to not grab any of my stuff? Out in the middle, out in the
Hey,
middle
you
of a
got dragged out of the
campsite.
tent in the middle of the night.
You should have.
Hey,
you should have
Not me.
Yeah, you. Every time you go to bed, you need to tie a rope between you and your bed. So if you get dragged off in the middle of the night.
Good idea. You're right.
So, chat, we are now in the portion of the stream where like the game is done. So if you have any questions or anything for us, then please do let us know. I can now actually see what's going on over there. Yeah.
I feel like with this stress, I look around, look at Tahko, and be like, "Is this your sister?"
I have something I'd like to say. Ah! Ah! Yeah, I really hope this isn't my sister just getting shot with a bolt.
Yeah, we'll never know if it was not until next week. If it was ill-advised to just shoot first.
Yeah, right.
There's a reason why I shot first. Can't tell you. But
Shoot
there's
your
a reason.
Alyssa.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
your god probably wants you to kill these things.
whatever these things are. Mutating polar goats.
Abomination.
Yeah, we had real bad dice rolls tonight.
You really did. I was searching, like, I I did not intend to run this encounter for a long time, like probably after you like gone back to the 10 towns and done some other things. But man, Vulwin, your role. Oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I'm intrigued by what actually happened. So.
And your role basically meant you slept through the whole thing, so I was able to set this up.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh golly, this is gonna get interesting.
Because I was
quickly.
I was really tempted to have this thing just like stamping on your head, and then the rest of the party kind of wakes up to this creature just like jumping up and down on your tent.
It would be funny though.
Or it was going to be like you wake up like in the middle of nowhere being dragged by this thing, or I'll just have it in the cave and kind of set it up in a slightly more interesting way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's better than waking up and just seeing like a
So
bloody meat pile in the corner. Just not much
yeah,
store.
yeah. Hey, I mean, you guys had eyes for the night. 3 people failed.
Yeah.
Who
Hey,
even
I
knew?
got a 13.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, we don't know when it was, right?
Yeah.
I'm bad at this.
I love it. I just know that the thing that, like, once this goes down, the thing Vulwin's gonna be pissed about is, like, you literally walked into the tent, saw my stuff, my weapons, all sitting there, and you just left. Like,
well, yeah.
like,
You were missing.
yeah.
I'm worried.
Excuse me for worrying more about you than your stuff.
Yeah, really.
Would they have potentially avoided this encounter if they walked through the night? No, this was going to be an encounter that ran regardless. Not necessarily now, though.
Mm.
Oh my god, Ralph from The Simpsons. I'm in danger!
It's kind of
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Yeah.
anything, but yeah.
And Irilyssa, you can't just ask abominations to show their true form.
Yes, I
can.
can. I just did. I
That's so
intimidated you.
Well, not
So
only
rude.
ask it to show its true form, but then when it complies with your order, you shoot it in the face.
Yeah.
I haven't shot it yet.
Well,
The words were,
you
I
did.
shoot guiding bolt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, those words are you doing that.
yeah, we need to remember
Yeah.
that. That's like the beginning of next session, so we'll be rolling initiative. and
Or we
guiding
can,
bolt.
or we could forget it. It's okay too.
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Oh boy. Also, this is like a side note, but I feel like Elora is really hot right now because she's wearing like 6 sweaters. And she just ran through the snow.
Yes, that's true, actually.
True.
Yeah. Too many
Not that
sweaters.
it matters, but
Well, yeah, too many sweaters in the snow is actually bad. You get overheated, pass out.
Yeah, it's weird trying to layer correctly because chunks of you are cold, chunks of you are hot.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, as soon as this thing started shape-shifting back, you guys should have expected Irilyssa to attack, because...
Oh, 100%.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah, but the-
Elora's like, what's going on?
This thing either is my sister or has my sister or knows where my sister is.
Oh man,
And why did it pull him like out? I mean, we have so many questions. We need
there's
the
a lot of
questions.
questions.
What?
And
Nope.
right now,
Zagrex
No,
is just
no.
sitting there like, wait, what is? It was a bear. Now it's a smaller bear thing. What is going on?
it's creepy looking from my understanding. So
It's still big, really quite big, but furry with bear-like qualities. So like big arms, furry,
Oh God.
definitely would have fangs, that type of thing.
See.
Yay.
Fun.
Is it a furbolg from World of Warcraft?
I don't know, I haven't played it since they were added, so...
Yeah, I don't know either.
Copy image, paste image, give or take.
probably
I like the
creepier,
bunnies.
honestly.
Oh. I
Oh.
forgot that those were furbolgs.
Yeah, it's spelled fur as in like actual fur instead
Yeah.
of
those
fur as in
things,
tree.
Yeah. Yeah, remarkably like that. Probably with less of the bear-like nose, but would certainly be slightly more elongated. Actually, probably would. Yeah, it probably is very similar to that.
You know, I was thinking too, like, we got some bad rolls tonight, but like, we've had a lot of good rolls before now, so
Oh
you know,
yeah.
pendulum swings.
Yeah, it's good to get these bad rolls out of the way when we're not in combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm combating with, but
I'm glad Zagrax helped Elora with her rock problem.
We're clearly combating a lichen group, which means that if any of us get there's a potential we get infected from this fight too. So that's great.
Who
Fun,
knows?
fun.
Except
Who
for
knows?
Zagrax. Except for Zagrax, because he's a paladin.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
so far you guys got this
A
fight.
level
You guys
3
got it.
paladin. Huzzah! I
I
can't
think
do
we're
this.
equal uses now.
We can handle that now. That's fine.
The cursed crew.
But yeah,
There we go.
I was
That's
very
a real
much
name.
expecting you to have reached the cabin this session, so I was like, done all of my preparation for that, and then you rolled the crit one on the camp check. I was like, oh, come
Yeah.
on, I wanted to do the cabin.
Yeah, it happens.
It just means we're beating all the other hunters to the punch, right?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We're that good. We can
yeah.
find this monster in our sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for the fact that it's not probably the one. The Juggernaut bear
another
was
one.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
really
just
like the
it's
fact it
some
was
random one.
transforming to be like, "Hey guys, how you doing? So let's talk." Oh, in the side of the face.
She gets smacked with the guiding bolt.
Like, why would you do that?
Ow!
That
Ow!
hurt.
Here.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Fun.
So totally, absolutely confused as to what the heck is going on. Is
Me-
Zagrax?
This has been a very layered session with
Oh my
very,
god, tell
very
me about
strange
it.
things happening.
Sure
Yeah.
has.
So,
Everybody's gotten their own weird thing now. That's great.
as
at
I
least
mentioned
one.
to the group last week after we finished the stream, like, I had none of that prepared at all. I expected them to go via Care Koning rather than Tourmaline.
Oh.
So I wasn't really prepared with the gem mine stuff, and then having actually read through the materials, like, oh yeah, there's the skull, right, that ties into that. Oh yeah, there's, like, it's a gem mine. Yep, that ties into that. Okay, then.
Yeah, it worked
Oh,
out.
goody.
We're passing the Lonely Woods.
So I'm sorry that there was, like, so front-loaded with all these things happening. I mean, you were in the right place for it all to happen at that point, but it did feel a bit like, oh, and there's this thing. Oh, by the way, there's also this thing and also that thing.
Oh no, but that's fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This session has just been people having no clue about anything. True.
Yeah, and I am sorry to you guys.
Alright.
I am sorry to you guys in Twitch as well, because a lot of, like, the going between was me messaging players, because it's stuff that only
Yeah.
that player would know.
Oh yeah. I have a
Yeah.
feeling every single
Yeah.
person in this has sent messages back and forth secretly almost this entire session.
Yeah.
You can hear mine probably. but-
That's
Yeah, oh,
true. So many things happened with no answers. Yep, that was a real D&D session.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
true, because each of us are getting different information.
The whole crew is getting their own secrets. Everybody gets their own thing. Ugh.
And when we're all killed next week, we can put that under the dirt. So
Yeah.
buried under the snow, never to be.
Next week's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this one, like, there were certain triggers, like, as soon as that trigger does, I've already got the message copied, and I just copy paste. Okay, send that one off.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did we go from
Yeah, it was fun.
political murdering a family to political intrigue to then accepting a crest for missing person to diving into a mine to go and apparently recruit kobolds for slave labor to then now fighting a bear demon thing? D&D.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I think the kobolds and our Tourmaline fellows have like a joint task force now. Like,
True.
if it all works out and neither of them kill each other, then we're good.
So
Yeah.
far, this is better than our last party. It seemed like everywhere we went, and well, especially at the end, everywhere we went in our last campaign, it was just like, and that's worse off, and this place is probably worse off since we were there,
Yeah.
and this place also sucks.
Yeah, I noticed.
You're right, though.
We also totally didn't give a town over to a dragon
I
and
still
then
think
get.
that Green Dragon might be a good administrator. We just have to give him a chance.
Oh my goodness.
We'll never know, but that's the best part.
Oh god.
I had no part in that. I joined after they did that.
Yep.
And it was all Tony.
It was all
Yes.
Highwind's character.
Yes,
He was
Rard,
just
bless
like-
your lucky star. It's joining us there.
Yeah, you guys needed a tank.
We
Yeah,
got one.
None of
roll
you
for
had
exceptional.
over 30 hit points.
I did when I was shapeshifted, thank you. I think.
Yeah, like shape-shifting druids are always kind of ridiculous in that way.
Yeah.
So
It's
many things
true.
to no answers. Yeah, this
If it-
D&D session. Yeah.
Yeah. If it got more balanced where like I guess there's probably a bunch of stuff you could do, but if it would be like one shapeshift form and then up to a certain point that was like competitive with everything all the way through, I think it wouldn't be horrible. But when I can go between like 2 or 3 different forms, all with completely separate hit point pools that just run through everything, like yeah, that's kind of nuts.
I think
Yeah.
my problem with druids is that it recharges with a short rest. Like, wild shape should
Yeah.
recharge with a long rest.
Also true.
Yeah, you get back like what, half of it for Druid?
Yeah, and also like the fact you can heal yourself while in wild form. It's just like,
Yeah, you have to expend one of your uses, right?
yeah, but still, you're
can't just
basically
cast
casting
magic.
a spell to heal yourself with your additional
Yeah.
hit point pool.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing, like Moon Druid is like incredibly front loaded with that bear form.
Should probably lower the CR of what forms you can get early, or like have them unlock at different levels. I think that would probably be better.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's
gauges.
actually like the thing is like it's the kind of the problem, right? Moon Druid like exclusively relies on some of those forms that it gets to be, combat focused. Without those,
Oh, Evil by Moonlight wants me to drink some tea. All right, that's for you.
oh yay!
Every time.
And Judge Samuel, Roy Raiders, Zolzane Bunar, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I enjoyed that session. That was a very good session. Lots of new
Indeed.
strings being dangled, I feel.
Oh, absolutely. I think I've got a dagger or two on me somewhere. I'm hoping to fight this.
That would make sense if you have it like in a boot or something.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
any
up his boot.
I don't think any of us got the role to know that they're weak to silver or anything. So
No.
No, I'm just saying. I just need a weapon. That's all I'm concerned
have
about.
anything.
yeah, anything.
Yeah.
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 If only I had the spell Moonbeam.
If only.
Hmm.
Oh well.
I knew that's
oh,
what you
man.
meant when you said, you've taken away my favourite spell. I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Man, now we gotta wait a week to figure this out.
Oh my gosh!
There's
Right.
So many. There's just always more questions. No answers, just more questions. I want to know something.
And
I
I want
know.
to tell you, but I'm like, also, no.
I want to
Right?
reveal my thing too, but I'd rather it be within the story than just tell you.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
thing too.
Yeah, and my thing too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we all have our own things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
And
My
then
thing
there's
already
the-
happened, so I'm good.
True.
I'm not talking
And then I
about
almost
that
got-
thing.
I almost got pulled into that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Remember
The real question is,
that we were just trying to kill the egg that was inside my stomach?
Yeah, better times, right?
Yeah. Clear
It was very
goal.
depressing. We didn't want you to die.
Back
Hey,
in the
we have
day.
a clear goal. We were just taking a stroll to the cabin.
Yeah.
the real
Sometimes-
question is, would my now immunity to poisons and stuff have not gotten me infected with the egg?
Yeah.
No, because that's...
I didn't think so.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, technically, if you do it by the rules, your cure disease would have fixed that straight away. But where's the
Yeah.
fun in that? Like, it's just like becomes a non-issue.
True.
Oh boy.
Plus, it does lead to something a bit bigger, like the whole Red Dawn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That reminds me, a couple people suggested pretty good names for our group in
Oh
chat.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Like
I don't think it should
Parasitic
be
Murder
Red
Eggs.
Dawn,
That's a fun name
but-
for a group. Parasitic murder eggs. That's a good name for a group.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. Parasitic murder eggs.
Yeah, I thought I might have seen something about the killers earlier. I don't know.
Oh, of course.
There were a couple. The Red Dawn one is just a terrible name for us.
I don't know if we should name that us, but
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
I saw
I
the Seekers of Summer.
yeah, I like that.
I had come up with what was it? The Last Light. Oh, I like
Yeah, you
that.
can't. The Last Light is nice. Light Bears is also nice, although the Last Light, I like it because it's more like dire, like we're the only hope.
The Cursed Crew.
The Cursed Crew. That's not a very heroic name, though.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Even
accurate
if it's
though.
accurate.
There's just so many things affecting you all. It's like we
Yeah.
dealt with this, now we got this other thing. Like, oh come on.
It
Yeah.
really is. Just let us fucking make it to the cabin and talk to this guy, and then go save this other guy. Stop with your
Zagrex,
deadlines.
this guy is
Right.
dead. This guy has been dead in the cabin for weeks, and we don't know. All right, we don't even know.
It's fine.
Don't
It's
do
a
lost
that.
cause.
I intended you to reach the cabin this session, but no,
That's great.
Vulwin had to roll a crit 1.
Hey, everybody's got to roll one sometime.
And then we all roll garbage. The rest of that, yeah.
No.
My
Viking-
favorite thing is everybody's had good pluses to all of it, except for my
Yeah.
perception roll. Everybody had good pluses, and it was just like 1, 2, 3. You're like, oh my god, why?
Right. It's like, let's count with DNA. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Add your modifiers. Oh.
Mordred's been acting like Oprah this campaign. You get a curse! You get a curse! Everyone gets a curse!
That's for sure.
We haven't even run into hags yet.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
you're leaving no one out.
Or have you?
Ah,
Ah!
I knew Danica was off.
Bam, bam, bam.
Ugh. Hags.
That's how it's actually waiting for us in the cabin. It's a coven of hags.
Oh.
Level 3? Yeah, probably. No, in this campaign.
Yeah.
Can it be like
Yeah.
a green hag? It's not so bad.
No,
night.
it's 3 night hags.
Ugh. No.
I will say, like, should I... It's not a spoiler, but the cabin is probably my favourite encountery type thing in the book so far.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh,
Stuff in the cabin.
good.
I'm
Ooh,
so
it's-
Oh,
excited.
no.
Remember, the word
Nice.
encounter is very liberal. It could be the best part of the adventure, right?
Shit.
Oh,
It's the best
no.
adventure.
The worst
Shows-
we
Word choices, though.
The door to the cabin is just a portal to Barovia.
And actually, yeah, encounter is the wrong wording. So adventure.
Counters.
The cabin's my best. It's my favourite adventure. It's good. It's very, very good.
and reminder, he put Nin in this game.
I think it's
So
wonderful.
it tops Nin. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, I know.
He's always helpful.
Nin was actually helpful.
Yeah.
He was not.
True.
He was never not helpful in the
He was
actual
morally
campaign.
wrong. It's not
You
very
were
helpful.
wrong. You were so helpful.
Yes.
I recall Nin very fondly.
Oh yeah, evil. His alignment is helpful evil.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Helpful evil.
Evil.
Helpful evil.
I love it.
He's probably actually the most evil of that entire group.
Without doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though what your Demono was carrying around like a baby arm or something.
What?
Fist. It was a baby
A
fist.
baby fist. Yeah.
So I could
Forgot
cast a
about that.
spell with it.
I
but
feel like
yeah.
Demona just wanted to be really evil, and she wasn't actually that evil.
Yeah, she
Demona
like
was kind of like the villain who's always like, I am so evil! And everyone else like, but are you really?
Yeah, you know, she says
Yeah.
that as she like proclaims standing on a rock and then twists her ankle and falls into the water. Like that's the kind of evil she was.
Yeah.
Half round.
I
The
also feel like
definition. The
feel like
definition of
Zach-
petty evil.
your character was just there for the ride and was like, oh my god, I don't
It-
know.
She really was. It was like I'm just here because I don't mind getting my hands dirty, and so I'm just gonna follow all you because nobody else likes me. And it was just like, I'll be the meat shield.
Yeah. Yeah, for chat following along, this is referencing a previous game we played, which was a Petty Evil campaign, where they're all kind of evil characters with their evil flaws. They were quite silly.
Zazrin was just pissed off.
Silly.
That he got
Say that to
stuck in
Nin's face.
a bunch of humans.
Silly.
Yeah.
There's the question. You all wish you had been taken by gargoyles in the night instead?
I don't know about that.
No.
Not yet.
Nah.
So far, I
gargoyle.
got it.
I mean, the gargoyles aren't supposed to be in this area, but that's a mystery I'm not too keen on solving.
No.
I'm more interested in the ones that.
Well, we can't solve it because your goddess will be upset.
Shoot up. That's private.
Shut up.
Shut up, it's private. We can't solve any mysteries because my goddess will get pissed off.
Not the mystery of
I'm a
what I.
pissy bitch goddess.
Your
Not the
own
mystery
mystery.
of my stuff. No.
Angry bitch goddess.
I do really like you're just like, I'm not going to talk about it. You know, my
Hey,
goddess want me to talk about it.
Call
I just-
my goddess a bitch
My
goddess. I
mom
still
told me
have
I
my
couldn't
powers.
talk about it, so
Oh
no.
god.
At least I still have my powers from my goddess.
Guys, we gotta fight this thing right in front of us. Somebody give me a weapon. What are you arguing for? No,
Here, take a javelin.
I like you're both like, my goddess likes me. What about you? Ha ha ha.
Time to have a whole war.
Well,
my
and also,
God,
you probably
it's
do
better.
have your dwarven short sword with you, because I imagine that's the kind of thing you wouldn't unbuckle.
Yeah. Most likely, I would not have them unbuckle.
Like, having
probably-
the
they're
bow,
probably
probably
both-
not, but the sword? Yeah.
No. Yeah, the two swords are probably like just bundled up together and then just kind of strapped on the side. Not the same way they'd be like, fully set. 'Cause it's kind of hard to sleep in them, I assume.
I don't think anyone's here in a nightgown.
No.
I mean, I'm in a scholar robe, so
Yeah. Well, it's like
a nightgown.
yeah. If I think about it, probably have the short swords on both sides while traveling. But it's like if I was sleeping, just bundle them up on one side because I need to lay on a side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does chat have any other questions for us? I'm curious, would this werebear creature be the worst thing hidden in the woods? Well, that's the thing that I was leafing through the book for, because there's all kinds of encounters for the tundra, but none of them
Not
really
enough
fit
Tahko.
for this situation.
Mm.
So yes.
So probably there are worse things.
Oh yeah, I believe that after all these rumors I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know though.
I can neither confirm or deny that.
Maybe we'll live to find out.
Plead
Maybe.
the fifth.
I have to wait for another week for you to get to the cabin.
Yeah,
Oh, I know you're excited too.
I mean,
I'm
if we
excited if
make
you're
it to the
excited.
cabin, yeah. Ugh.
Hit the demonic squirrels. This is like the situation in which you always have like that one squirrel mess with us, except this time it's just like I don't know, throwing maces at us or something.
Oh
You say
no.
that, but
No.
Right?
No.
It's really funny. Then we can have Zagrax throw an acorn back at it, and then we'll jump down and just beat you up.
Oh, I
acorn.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good times.
the hilarious thing is that squirrel was a druid, and that druid was supposed to be one of your main allies.
You remember?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. But
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember how you managed to piss him off, but I remember you pissed him off big time. He was like, well, screw you guys. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Probably have to do with the dragon.
That was it, yeah. Because he asked you to get rid of the
It
dragon,
was.
and then you pandered to it instead.
Yeah, we were like, you can just stay here. Well,
I was gonna say I don't think I pissed off the druid by myself. I know
No.
I bantered with him and was throwing acorns at him. He
Yeah.
threw acorn at me and I threw it back.
It was the
It was a
dragon.
group
It was the
effort.
dragon.
It was definitely the
yeah.
dragon.
that was probably the dragon.
Yeah. I'm also
We were in no
sad.
situation to get in combat with a dragon, thank you very much.
No, but that doesn't mean you necessarily need to immediately bow in servitude to it.
You know, I
That
won't
was
lie.
that was Tony's fault.
Yeah,
We
that
brought
kind of
we
was.
even brought it gifts.
I won't lie though. I definitely heard the kobolds talking about a green dragon. I thought so. Like maybe.
Didn't we bring out like a bottle of wine or something?
Mhm.
Yeah, we brought out like a housewarming gift. Like, oh, I love what you've done to the place. Is that a big hole in the wall there? That's good for pulling out of.
My question is, why is a green dragon this far north?
It's still a forest. It's still a...
Mm-hmm. Is there a swamp somewhere?
Yeah.
Used to be a swamp somewhere.
All right, I'll say one thing. You guys need to use insight more often.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll that.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
We
you can always
do.
take our passive insight if you really think that we obviously know something.
Because now
That's
that
not
moment's
really-
kind of changed, I don't think you would immediately have another interaction with the kobolds. He's one of the most interesting non-characters so far. Like, there is so much more going on there.
I imagine.
It's
Kinda
just
got
one of those weird
sidetracked
things.
on
Like,
tacos.
the book's like, all of this stuff, like, this is the stuff going on, this is stuff going on, doesn't use any of it. It's just like, yeah, it's there if you want to use it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah, I gave some insights to. I actually got to roll the insight, so it's like Zagrax, keep an eye on him, and then Tahko happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Zagrax's Divine Sense. You got the wrong impression.
Mm.
Hey, I've never actually used it to see anything before.
I know, and I treated it in that way. It's a
Yeah.
new power.
I was like, ooh, this is the first time I've seen things. It's green and smells bad. That's not good.
Oh no.
It's moldy.
Oh, it's not moldy. It's decaying.
Oh.
Decay, decay, decay.
Anyway, does chat have any other questions for us, or shall we wrap it up at this point?
Don't think so.
Green Dragon lives in Kelvin's cairn where it has its horde. All this darkness, the dragon curse, horde curse. The horde curse! No! That's an Ambanar thing. It's like one of the worst events that dwarves can get.
Oof.
Oh.
They basically dig too deeply, dig too greedily, and have like the entire, what was his name? Thurin's gold curse thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. When I hear dig too deep, I dig too greedily. I just think of Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's referenced
Yeah.
quite often.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that we will call it at this point. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when we're live again, which will be next Sunday, unless anyone tells me otherwise.
Hopefully we'll get some answers.
Yeah, no Super Bowl next Sunday either. I'm sorry that is like the same night.
Yeah.
I know how important it is to you all.
Yeah.
So
Very
important to me. I'm
So
making
important.
a big sacrifice.
Um,
Trying to get
Otherwise, if you've missed anything which has gone on until now, you can of course find the VODs, or I upload it every Tuesday onto YouTube. Last week's was on Wednesday because the upload failed for some reason, but hopefully it worked this time. And have a Discord where you guys can talk to the players here. I'm sure they'll be happy to answer any questions within reason. So hit us up there and continue musing about what the hell could possibly be going on, because there's so many different strings now. It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. We will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.